What's going on, everybody? We're live already and already having tons of fun.
Yeah, to say the least. Like I said in the message, the drama of the setup comes in many colors. So we've been trying to get Charles P on,
I'm trying to get Dave on.
and both of them are not responding to the requests or they're not getting them.
Well, Dave says
So,
active yesterday, so he's probably not on Hangouts right now. What are you doing, Dave?
well, and I know Charles was really, uh, I'd say, excited. Uh, put the word light loosely, of course, about joining us tonight.
Well, he's just got to download some stuff and he'll be ready. Heck.
And there goes his picture, even though the other picture's there.
Oh yeah, I forgot to add Trill.
Hey,
Hey,
sit
sit
down. My
down.
pitbull
My
is
pitbull
digging up my
digging
chair.
up my chair.
Yeah, you got two microphones going, and we're hearing you double.
There we go.
Okay, so who put the thumbs down in the thing?
Oh no, that was there a while ago.
All right. So, hey Eber, hey Brian.
Obviously, I don't mean it because they couldn't find more friends to come over and give another thumbs down.
Yep. Gardening in Missouri. Good evening. We're just getting started here, so that's kind of what's up. We're having our normal, let's just say, issues today, trying to get started. Ah, hey Alex.
All right, there we go.
Wasn't I said Alex? Well, that's a good thing.
All right. Just sent a request to Troll. He hasn't been
Uh,
on in a while.
no, he hasn't. And since the holiday season's over and Christmas is over, he should be able to hopefully get back in the office. Uh, so what's new and exciting? Yeah, sure.
Say that again?
I said, so what's new and exciting? Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure.
What's that?
Yeah, sure. You betcha. You hear that a lot up here. It got up to 39 degrees today, and people were coming in without jackets on. Saw people in shorts, t-shirts running around.
My town practically shut down for like since Wednesday, Wednesday night. Like we woke up, there was snow everywhere. I'll be perfectly honest. I live right by the police station. I have not seen a police, an ambulance, a fire truck, anything for the last 5 days. Nothing. I don't know if they were just like, "Ah, you guys are on your own. Like, have at it," or what. Like, if it's really a fire, we'll come. But I don't know what's going on. But it was pretty weird. But no. So yeah, I was gonna make a video about it, and then I made a video about me going to the grocery store, which was hilarious on day 3. Hey, look, Darryl showed up.
Mr. Charles is here.
But I made a video on day 3 going to the grocery store, and then I just realized all I did was show everybody where I live. I was like, I don't like that video. But the entire streets, all of them, like 35-mile-an-hour road, completely covered in ice and snow. And then it got to the highway, and it was nothing but ice and snow everywhere.
Mr.
What's up,
Charles, good
Charlie?
evening.
It's getting better now since I figured that Firefox wouldn't support the live stream with everything, so had to switch to Chrome. So that's the message I got on my computer. So I switched to Chrome, and I'm here.
Yeah,
Good evening to you.
I don't know
Thank
if I
you.
like Chrome.
Well, I'm not really fond of anything that's well. I like Firefox, but I mean, if this is what it's going to support, I'm just going to go with it. So
I was always Firefox, but then I went to Chrome for some reason. Firefox started screwing up on me or something, and I went to Chrome, and now I have Chrome like on every machine for some reason. I only remember putting it on one, Yeah, Firefox for some reason it's even extra slower. I don't know. I'm not talking conspiracy here or anything, but
Uh-huh.
there might be some correlation, like Apple's battery like dying down and stuff over time.
Right. It's Google's domination of the world.
Exactly, they're taking over.
Yep,
But they on YouTube, so I love them.
that is true.
Ah. So
So,
Alex is wondering, where's the quad in the snow video like you were promising us?
geez, oh man. All right, so I got two GoPros, and I got my normal camera. I went out with my normal camera and I shot video of the blizzard inside the greenhouse, and then came back inside, had some coffee, went back out with it mounted on this tripod, and put it behind the greenhouse so I could come flying past and like just do some 180s and stuff like that. Well, we got about, I don't know, that much snow. I don't know what it is, but that's not a lot, but that's enough to shut down my town. And that was enough for my quad its 2-wheel drive to not be able to go in the snow. So I kind of like would have to rock it and stuff. Long story short, I made it all the way down in front of the camera, did a very slow almost 360 or 180, and then came back out the way I went. The camera recorded 2 minutes and then shut off. The first GoPro was mounted at my face, which really wasn't. It was kind of mounted this way, so you're seeing like past my cheek and like off in the distance. So that camera was nothing. And then the one looking forward kept flopping over, and it kept showing my house and my address. And I was like, yeah, I'm not going to show that video.
But did you have fun making it?
Oh, I had a blast. I still have the footage. There's one part I just want to like add I might just make the very end where I'm just doing an outro showing like there was like not a square inch of snow that wasn't touched by the quad tires. And if there was, it was like, I don't know, less than a square inch.
Mhm.
But I was just walking around my yard showing it, and I might just jump the clips like, I may or may have not allegedly been out on the road illegally, and then just see me flying down the road. But yeah, I had a blast. The neighbors came to my backyard because my back hill, I cut down all the trees and everything, and we actually have like little tiny hills. I'm talking like 6 feet, but they brought their sleds and like rode down the hill a bunch of times.
Cool.
We never get to do that. Like I said, the town's been shut down. There's still snow and ice on the road today.
Mm-hmm.
I saw them. Well, I talked about it in the video I didn't put out, but I saw what I believe is 3 snowplows, which I don't know where the heck they got them from, because the closest snowplow is like 3 hours away, and I'm sure they would need it more there. But I did see that 3 in a row, like right down my street. Like I said, I live close to the police station, so maybe that was why. But there was still snow and ice everywhere.
I know our little storm we had about a month ago, that was a big shocker for us. I mean, down here we rarely ever get snow. I mean, this was like, every 9 years. Actually, they say the correlation goes with whenever you get a major hurricane, you get snow that winter. And sure enough, it was true. I know when I was in the shelter, when I got evacuated for the floods in Harvey, that's what everybody was talking about. It's like, this coming winter, we're going to get snow. And sure enough, it did. I mean, I don't know if it's just, people's talking or whatever else, but that seems to happen. If you go back in the past, every major storm we got in this area, we usually get some type of, precipitation or something that's, ice or snow or something during that winter. And then that was the biggest snowfall that we've had in, they said, 30 years. I mean, it wasn't much. I mean, I posted pictures and people laugh. I mean, I know it's comical to Rob and everybody else, but I mean, for us, I mean, that was a big deal.
Yeah, same with us. Like, I'm not joking. It's day 5. I think I did the math right. Was it Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday? Yeah, day 5. And the town is still mostly shut down. Some of my neighbors, I have not seen them leave their house. And it's not really that bad. Like, well, I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen my driveway. I've shown it off a bunch of times in the videos, but it had a bunch of rain the night before. and then it turned to snow and everything froze. So driving through my driveway, I had to have 4-wheel drive because I totally would have got stuck in 2-wheel drive. Just the articulation, like going back and forth through these like ice puddles that are like scraping your tires as you're going through. But no, same thing with us. We never get snow. I've been here 18 years in what, 2-3 months. I'll be here for 18 years, and we've got snow. One year we got it twice in a year, 2 different times that it snowed. And I believe I've been here for maybe 5 snowfalls the entire time. So slightly less than Charles.
Oh yeah.
But I'd much rather have what Charles got. That's what I keep saying. Like, keep going south more so that you don't get snow. The occasional is fun. It's like, shut down the town. But, like, I don't want to get south enough where there's alligators. So.
We have alligators aplenty down here as well.
Oh, geez, oh, man.
I mean, that's one of my favorite pastimes is to go to one of the local parks here because they have just ponds and ponds of just alligators you can take pictures of on one of the wildlife parks that we have around here. So I mean, they're everywhere. I mean, it's just not Florida or wherever else. I mean, there's alligators all along the Gulf Coast.
Actually, I say that, and we have had alligator spottings like right across the bridge from me, like north of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess they can make it.
Yeah, they can.
So to catch up a little bit, hey Paula, hey Jared, and yes, Eber, that is Charles. Let's see. Alex said, gets 4 inches of snow, the world's ending. Get 2 feet of snow here, and school might be closed. That's how it is here. 2 feet of snow, they might close it. Usually it's a 3-hour delay.
But snow's horrible, man. Like, I had to wear shoes.
Where?
It sucked.
Where? Brian says we've had 13 inches here in the past 2 weeks. I don't think we've hit 13 inches in that shorter period of time. We've maybe got a foot so far this year.
We got like this much in like that. Well, maybe it's more like that much in like the last 2 years, and that was all the last 5 days. Man, no, I'm from where it would snow. I know all about that stuff. Like, I remember because like I totally thought like either I'm really lazy or I'm getting old, because back in the day when I lived in Pennsylvania, when we got a good snowstorm, that's when you get in your truck, gas that thing up, and go cruising on some back roads. Like pop that thing in a 4-wheel and cruise around. And all I kept thinking was, I don't want to go out. Like, just thinking like grown up things like, what if I like accidentally hit an ice patch and like, go off the road or, hit something or something. And then I got to sit around and wait with no heat. That's going to be sucking. Like, I'd be much, safer staying at home, not going out there.
Hey, Alberta Pepper, that's Alex too, right?
Yeah. What's up, Alex?
What's up, Alex?
And Alex R says, was out working in the yard today. It was 26 out, no jacket on. Yeah, I believe it. And Paula and Jared are talking back and forth about sunflower seeds and the sunflower plants and the different varieties. So that's cool. Paula, I love the lemon queen. I saved about half of a paper grocery bag full of seeds to plant this year. My bees love them too. I can imagine.
What's up, Jared?
Yeah, so it was 68 degrees here today. So windy, but 68.
See, that's my winter weather. That's what I want.
Unfortunately, it's going downhill later in the week. We're going back to 29 for lows and 48 for high. I know that's still nothing to compare to the rest of the country, but for us, it's a big deal. Yeah, well, for people, not for me necessarily, because I'm still in shorts and flip flops. I don't change unless it's only if it's raining and it's cold. Then I'll put if you've ever seen a Sanuk, which is basically like a sandal moccasin. That's what I'll go to. But I mean, I only wear shoes to work. That's my deal for me. Every other time I'll be in Dickie shorts, t-shirt, and flip-flops. That's pretty much me year-round when I'm not at work.
I'll wear jeans, but they usually have holes in them, or stuff like that. I'll definitely throw a sweatshirt on or something, but no, I'm wearing my flip flops. I wear them constantly all year round until it snows. So that was the only bad part about riding the quad, because I like doing that barefoot, because then you just like dig your heels right into those like spiky deals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm weird like that. But I got tough feet, man. Walk around barefoot all the time. I live at the ocean. It's sand everywhere. I said that to like this one girl. She's like, "Oh my God, that's gross." And I'm like, "Why is it gross?" She's like, "You just walk around everywhere barefoot." I'm like, "It's the beach. Everybody's barefoot. Nobody wears, like, if anybody wears shoes, they wear flip flops."
Yeah.
Well, till it snows.
Right.
And then
You can move to insulated Crocs.
well, before it snowed, the day before it snowed, I was talking about like, oh, I had to go out and like make a run and like buy gas for my quad, and then I had to go like buy water and then food and all this stuff. I told about it on the live stream how I got harassed by that old guy at the gas station.
Mm-hmm.
He was like making fun of me because I'm wearing flip flops. I'm like, dude, I got a heater in my truck. Like I just like the little blend door that goes between defrost up on the vents up top or down at your feet, it broke. So like it was stuck going up. So like I got this long extension for my drill, this little thin thing, and I just stuck it in there and like wedged the blend door up, and now the feet works, and I'm like, heck yeah, man. Now I got the feet thing back, and the door is still broken, so it goes both ways all the time. That's all I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't know if in the chat or what have you, but we need to do the hashtag pray for Dave.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. He said Monday. You guys
I don't know if that's been in there, because if I'm in the chat, I would have already done hashtag pray for Dave. So if I'm on the live stream, hashtag pray for Dave. I'm 100% behind you, Rev. We got to make sure that it's known in every channel, everything that he does.
What was the other one?
Blame it on Dave.
Blame it.
Blame it on Dave.
Yeah, that needs to be the new one.
The very start of the chat, there was a hashtag blame it on Dave.
Okay.
Oh man, somebody already knew.
Yeah, Jared says 68 is tolerable, but 26 is just plain crazy. Haha. It rained all day today and got into high 50s. Supposed to clear up and be 73 and mostly sunny this weekend. 73 mostly. No.
Yeah,
I'm kidding, of course.
Yeah, tomorrow we're actually this morning. Well, yesterday, let me back up. I have so many snow stories for all you northerners to laugh at me. But like I woke up yesterday and I was like, oh, let's make some coffee. And I don't like use the sink water for coffee, but I use it to like rinse it out. So I turned it on and it's like, and just stopped. I'm like, oh, come on, man. And I left that thing on high and there was no water coming out. And like eventually you see like a drip and then like another drip. And it took like 3 minutes. And then all of a sudden like it started going. But no, we are not equipped for like this amount of cold. This has been like a week and a half, I think now, where we've been below freezing temperatures. Mm-hmm. But this morning I woke up. That's what I was going to say earlier. But this morning I wake up and I look on my phone and it's like 23. I'm like, oh, that sucks. I look at it later on my phone and it says 36. Real feel 47. I'm like, how the heck does that work? Like I thought real feel was like the wind chill or whatever and like went down, not like up. Like what? The sun's out and it feels really warm. So you don't feel 36.
No, that's the heat index.
Well,
that's caused by humidity.
My thermometer said close to 50 today. So, and it keeps going up the rest of the week. Like we go all the way up to like it said 58 or 62. I can't remember. Right around there on Friday, I believe. And I looked just before we went live, and it was down to like 50, maybe it was 62, and it went down to like 58 or 56.
For the forecast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
they're
it's hot.
crazy. I just go out and see how it is usually, and then if I look on there and get someone what of a range, because they don't know anything. They change that forecast 10 times during a week. It could be, oh my God, this is gonna be the coldest thing ever, 18, and then by the time it comes through, it's 30.
Oh yeah, when I moved here, everybody was like, "Oh, the Weather Channel is gonna be your best friend." Like around here, you need to know the weather. And like I paid attention for like a good like 6 years, 7 years. They have no clue what they're talking about. Every
Except
single storm they overhype.
well, they make these different names. Look, we got a snow bomb cyclone this time. And if you've watched that comedian, I forgot his name, but they had links to it. But he's just like, I don't know what to do in a regular snowstorm, but a snow bomb cyclone, I can't handle it. He's running through I mean, they're all making fun of it. Even Batman, his post one day, he was ready to go to work or whatever. He's like, I'm ready for you, you snow bomb cyclone or whatever the heck you're called. I mean, it's just hilarious where they come up with this stuff.
So Eber's asking, Rev, yeah. Oh, wait, no, wrong one. Brian's saying, did the hashtag save the fish happen?
I don't know. I'll have to wait for a video.
And Eber says his sister came to his house to wash and stuff because her pipes froze for 2 days. Doesn't anybody know what heat tape is?
Yeah, no, we don't have that kind of stuff. No, to put it in perspective, my sister, she's on a well. Her well is outside, her well pump. The whole thing cracked, the whole bell housing, like the whole way around. Because we don't get freezing temperatures around here. When we do, it's usually overnight and then it's fine the next day. But no, she had to get a new, I think they had extra parts and they put like a different bell housing on the good motor or something like that and made it work. And then they got heat tape and built a little house around it and put heat tape around there and like I think a 60-watt light bulb inside there. But no, that's the kind of stuff we don't normally do around here. Like that's how I know, Rob, you're laughing, but I mean for crying out loud, we don't get freezing temperatures. Like I know you guys get snow, but what's your like at your house, what's your water depth? Like how far down does your water have to be? Like my parents live in Pittsburgh, it's like 5 feet or something like that. That way it'll avoid the freeze.
Yeah, the frost line here is 6 feet.
Yeah, here it's like I believe 2 inches.
Yeah.
So if you put your water line 2 inches below the water or below the soil, you should be okay, except for rare instances like this.
Yeah, all of the pipes here are at least 6 feet down.
Yeah, I've got pipes in my garage. My water heater is in my garage, which is uninsulated.
Yeah, but
what's that? What was that, Charles?
Same. My water heater's in my garage as well.
Yeah.
and my sprinkler system, that's right below the ground, and everything for us is the same way. It's like barely skimming the surface. That's where it is. So we don't have to go that far down for everything.
Yeah, I put a sprinkler system in my front yard, and I put a well point in my front yard, and that was like 4 feet, and I was pulling water. But I put all the irrigation lines. I believe they were like, some of them, I just put them down like this far. I mean, I just barely made a trough, put it in, and like folded the grass back over itself kind of thing. And they were hoses. They weren't even like real PVC.
Chad the Walrus is here and didn't say hi to him. So, hey, Chad.
What's up?
Hey, Chad.
Says we were above freezing for the first time in 3 weeks today. Us too. But it's been longer than 3 weeks for us. Oh, Mark is here too.
Yeah.
LMAO, Rob, don't anyone know what heat tape is? I agree. See, he knows.
We know what heat tape is. We just don't buy it because it never happens. We don't need it.
Eva says, Chad, that fish video. Yeah, that was entertaining. Jared, you can drive all over town here and never find any heat tape. Menards, people, okay.
If you live in these areas, that's what's funny. What's heat tape?
They had when our last spell went through, they had a mad dash to the hardware stores, foam, everything. I mean, people it was selling out like it was, like the world's going to end. Because people trying to insulate what pipes they did have exposed, and to make sure where your housing is for your sprinkler system and everything is, make sure it's got enough insulation and everything. Because mine did crack. Was it last year? We got down to 17. My housing cracked for my sprinkler system, so I don't want to replace that again. That's $180. So that's something you don't want to have happen to you. So
What actually broke? It was the bell housing,
yeah, the bell housing.
The pump itself.
No, the bell housing.
Oh yeah. Now you can always winterize it.
Well, I did a much better job this year.
Well, that's yeah. Here's a Southern guy telling you to do that, even though we do that here for like rental properties and stuff. What? You're not going to be there? Well, we're going to winterize it just to make sure. Same with the pools and stuff. All you got to do is pull all the drain plugs and, with pools I'm talking about. I made a video about that I didn't make out either, but I make a ton of videos. But all you got to do is pull all the drain plugs, everything drains out, and you're good to go. Like the skimmers aren't going to freeze because it doesn't freeze that deep here. And like you might get ice, but it's only going to be like an inch deep, maybe at the farthest I've ever seen. But I forget where I was going with that. Something about winterizing the pump. Oh, yeah. I'm telling you that, oh, yeah, you should do that next time. I didn't winterize the dang thing. My freezeless faucet, which you have to take the freaking hose off before it freezes. Yeah, I was hooked up on the front porch, the back porch. I was totally unprepared. If you saw one of my last videos, the whole greenhouse is all frozen up and like all the water's missing. And
yeah, but that was a great update because that was the especially for the tomatoes.
Oh, dude, that was my favorite comment too.
I guess it's time to do a tomato update. Here they are. They're dead. They look like a hayfield or something.
Oh man, I was hoping somebody would laugh at that because right in the moment I was like, "Oh, this is perfect." Oh, 15 people watching. Sweet. How many thumbs down are we up to now? Oh, still one.
Yeah, that was done early too. Because I mean, when I went on at I guess I don't know 4 something because I was off today. So, I went on at 4 something, did the thumbs up early, and someone already did a thumbs down. So I don't know who that was. That was like as soon as you put the video up, or the little link for it. So don't know who that was.
Lame.
So maybe we can get 4 more at least, so we at least have the 5.
Yeah, I wish they were still around. They could go and grab a couple friends.
Then also this week, your video about your dog not wanting to go out, that was classic.
Thanks.
Yeah, I couldn't believe she didn't want to go out. Even after you close the door, as soon as it opened up, boom.
I believe you're correct, Jared.
Yeah, Jared says it was Dave that did the thumbs down, laughing out loud.
Hey, blame it on Dave. There it is.
Yeah.
With Murph, he sits in the window and watches, so he knows when it's snowing and that kind of stuff. So when he'd want to go out, he knew what he was in for.
Mm-hmm. Well, that was the weird thing. I should have recorded that. I record everything. But today, my dog figured out that she likes the snow. So she was going out, and it was like starting to melt a little bit. So she was like out there clawing at the snow that was like, ice at one point, but now it kind of like resembled like a snow cone, like ice kind of stuff. And she was clawing at it, and then she would just bite it and start chewing on some of the snow. And then she would like paw it again and bite it. And it was hilarious. I kept yelling at her. I'm like, come on, come inside. dog, come inside. What the heck is wrong with you? Come on. Do you want
Yeah,
to stay outside and eat
I had
snow
to say
cone?
about the same thing with one of my dogs, my Australian Shepherd. Yeah, he was going crazy with the snow. I mean, it was pretty much going all night for the little accumulation that we did have, but he was just antsy the whole night, ready to get out, and he was just playing. And then even when it stopped and it was like, settled on the ground, he was just going crazy over that stuff. My other dog, my French Bulldog, she's well, like right now, she's snoring right here on the couch, and that's all she does, 18 to 20 hours a day is sleep. And she needs to eat for a few minutes and go out a little bit, but other than that, she's always sleeping.
Hey, Anthony.
What's up, Anthony?
Anthony, how's it going?
Murph doesn't mind or didn't mind the snow as long as he could walk through it. If he had to jump to go from one place to another, he'd say, forget it and turn around and come back. But otherwise, he didn't mind it until his toes got frozen.
My pet doesn't really like the cold of the snow because usually when she's out there and she's like doing anything like clawing and eating the snow or like sniffing or anything like that, she's got like one of her back legs like all up in the air, just way away from the snow. And every once in a while she'll like switch back legs. Yeah, I should have made a bunch of videos. I didn't.
You'd have your camera in your hands at all times.
I have cameras everywhere. I just recently went back. Well, I didn't go back, but I just pulled 42 gig off of this camera. Sony Handycam HDR SR11. Right? Yeah, HDR SR11. Like top of the line.
BD's here.
2007.
Hey, BD, what's up?
Okay.
Hello, everyone. Was just watching the college football championship game. So Paula and Jared have been talking back and forth about onions and arrow gardens and sunflowers and watermelon radishes, whatever those are. Could never heard of them, but yeah, they're having a nice little conversation.
Well, that's the thing this year. I mean, I know a lot on the PLC. I mean, it seemed like a lot of members got Arrow Garden. I mean, I guess I was thinking about getting one, but my funds were spent elsewhere. If you see my tent, so
Yeah.
I went with the light rail and other little gadgets for my tent. That's what I went for, as opposed to buying an Arrow Garden.
I said it before, and I'm gonna do it again. I'm making an arrow garden. I don't know how exactly they work, but I'm making one of those things. So it's coming. Someone in the comments was saying that they were gonna do the same. I mentioned getting the totes from the box store that I got them from, and then they got them. I saw them on PLC, and they were like, "Just got some supplies." Was that Alex? Was that?
I think that was Paula. Paula put up a
No,
big picture.
Paula
Look
got
at
an arrow
the
guard.
size of that.
Yeah, there was someone that got the totes and started drilling the holes.
Yeah.
I mean, I go through so many on the PLC. I forgot who posted that. I'm sorry for if you're watching this, but I know I saw that. I just couldn't remember who it was that posted that.
Well, there's so many new people. Like I
Yeah.
forget what the number was when I joined. It was like 2,000 or 3,000 or something, and now like earlier today it was like 12,900.
Yeah, this has actually been the slowest month though. Usually we've been going a thousand a month. We hit over 12,000, and believe it was November, but it's just dragged through December. So
There it is. It's BD Beats.
okay.
Well,
So did-
JDS says me too, so I'm wondering
Oh,
what that is, unless it's him that's got it as well. Eva says, I think of making a food grade 50-gallon barrel, connect them to 5-gallon buckets. Okay? That would probably work.
I'm pretty sure I've seen that before on a video or something. I've seen someone do some type of drum that has a water supply to go for the. Is that what he's saying? To go have a water supply for the 5-gallon buckets?
Well, that's what I was
5
wondering.
Yeah.
Because the 5-gallon buckets would have to be up on top and then pump up out of the 55 to get into the fives to have them go back. But he could be doing it like I do, in a 55 gallon reservoir that's powered with a float to keep the other 5 at the same height all the time. So I don't know. You could look at it both ways. So how
Yeah,
about
but
this?
I
Explain
kind of
yourself.
like the other way. I like the reservoir like below everything kind of method. Like
Yeah,
I did the
that's what.
hydro tube last year, and it was like a 40-gallon, 50-gallon, I don't know, some kind of trash can that I got, and I buried it into the ground, and then just had it as a return, and then it went up to my hydro tube across the back wall of my greenhouse. But the thing I like about it is whenever you have the reservoir above, if it fails, you're going to flood everything. Whereas if you have the reservoir below everything, if it fails, it stops producing water, and your plants are going to start suffering, and you're going to go, "What the heck's going on?" And then look at your pump. So I kind of would rather that than even if it's outside. Like mine's a greenhouse in the middle of the backyard. If it failed, it would just dump everything on the backyard, and the grass would grow better.
Mhm.
But I don't want that to happen. I hate the grass. I want to till it all up, make like a big pepper garden or something.
That's what I'm going to do next year. The whole side of my house, I'm just going to do the weed barrier. I mean, I did that a little bit for this year's garden, but the whole side is going to be that for this next season. Because I mean, I have no other options to do, over 100 plants. I got to use the whole space. So I got to do some extensions on my shade tunnel, and a few other things. But that'll be coming around in March or so. So when the weather gets a little bit better, I'm not really worried about it now. It's still all messed up from the snow. I've not touched it since that happened a month ago. So I just need to repair the ribs and everything for it.
Oh.
What Eber said. That's hilarious.
And PLC, we need to trim a little. Been getting a lot of Hangouts messages from people that look iffy, laughing out loud. And yeah, to what Charles said.
Oh yeah, I mean, I get them. I get them daily. I get all these. Well, I don't know how to describe. I got something, some weird messages and stuff, and then start sending me a lot of manga and all this other anime and all this other pictures. Like, look at this. I'm like, I don't want to see all this stuff. I mean, it has nothing to do with peppers or anything like that. So I don't know where they're all coming from. If it's too bad, I mean, I usually just message Susan, and Susan looks into it and sees if they actually have anything related to peppers or gardening or what have you, and she looks and see how everything is, and she goes about it that way, and usually gets back with you saying, this doesn't look bad, or this person looks like they're up to something or doing something. So, but I mean, that's happened in the past a couple times. I've got a bunch of Russian girls saying, for this, that, and the other, or whatever, and I'm like, okay, this is. I don't have nothing to do with this. This is just about peppers and stuff, not all this weird stuff.
I don't know. I kind of have a general rule that if it's a Russian girl that's saying it, they're usually truthful.
Okay.
Like Eber says, women looking to date.
Right.
Yeah, I don't get things like that.
I've got it a couple times, and like I said, I took a screenshot and sent it to Susan, and just showed that this is the message that I got, or what have you, and that's usually what I do about it. So, but yeah, there has been. I agree with him. There has been some off the wall posters or whatever you want to call it lately. But I mean, it's getting really big now too. And like Rev was saying, I joined last November, and I was in the mid 3,000s as far as members. So a year and a couple months ago. So we went almost 9,000 members in a little over a year.
Wow, you started that late? I thought you were there way before last.
Oh no. I've only been doing this for a little over a year.
Wow. I thought you're here a lot longer than that.
Uh-uh.
I can't. I mean, I wasn't that much further, but I believe I was like, I don't know, January, maybe December of the year before, January, February, something like that.
Right. Yeah, it was like November 11th. I think that's when I signed up because I was getting it right before Christmas time. So I started in like November, and then yeah, so like mid-November of what was that? I'm going to be bad with the dates. So I guess that was 16. Yeah, November 11th, 2016.
Oh, okay. Okay. No, 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 no. Yeah, no, I think I started like, no, no. Okay, never mind. My mind's all screwed up. No, I think, yeah, I think I started in like early 16 or maybe late 15, somewhere around there. I don't know. I followed Kang for like years and years. And then one day he was just talking about this pepper lovers community, and Dave got in contact with me and was like, "Hey, how do you feel about growing some super hots?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I've grown every pepper I can find, and I can't do it." And then
Chad's
a
taking
bunch
off. Says night, everyone. So night, Chad.
Night, Chad.
of- and
And
wait for
Eva
that.
says Charles will do that next time it happens.
750 or 650.
What?
What were we waiting on with Chad? 650, and he's gonna
750.
eat something else hot.
That was 750.
750. Come on, people, get on that. Subscribe to Chad.
What was Rob? What was Eber's comment?
It was at Charles. We'll do that next time it happens. When you're talking about sending the message to Susan.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, only a few. GDS says only a few are active. Eva says I think 75 to 115 people post regularly.
Mhm.
Chad says night everyone. Eva says night Chad. JDS says see you Chad. Paula says bye bye Chad.
And that's true. I mean, I can almost name pretty much everybody who uh, is on PLC daily and usually comments or whatever. And I agree with that number. But I mean, there's a lot of people who view it as well, that they just don't go and have any comments or anything, or they're not actually posting anything. Because I mean, there's somebody who looks at a picture 524 times. It's not just the 60 or 70 who are on there regularly. So somebody's looking at it. So
Oh, I'm guilty of that. I do that all the time. I go there like almost every single day and just scroll through everybody's thing. Like, oh, if it's conversation, I like click on it, and something I want to look at, I'll look at it. But I rarely comment. Meanwhile, I did what last year, or not last? Was it last year? It was the year before. Can't remember.
Paula wants you to know she's having tamales for dinner.
Jealous. Want a tamale?
Jared says I wasn't a G Plus user until I decided to join Pepper Lovers last summer. Laughing out loud, King finally wore me down with all his videos.
Yeah, that's why I got into Google Plus. That's the only reason.
Yeah.
and I told Rob, I think I was talking to him yesterday. That's the reason I got into the peppers too, is because I saw King and I saw that he had a solo cup and had a pepper plant. I was like, well, this looks like fun. Let me try this, see if I can grow a pepper plant in a solo cup or what have you, and then keep it going and see what I can do with it. And it just, for me, I went and had ordered some different seeds from some people, and they gave me 9 extras, and those 9 extras I planted, and then ordered another couple, and they ordered 9. They gave me 9 extras. So before long, I had like 20, 30 plants, and then after that point, I was like, well, I'm keeping going with it. So I stopped at 56 for this last season. So that's where I was, and I think I did pretty well. I mean, that's the way I look at it. I learned a lot, and that's what I think the best advice is for people is to, just look through these videos and go and take what you can out of it, and just listen to what they say, and then just follow it. It may not be what you want to go with, or it may not work for you, but there's so much information if you just look at it and just like the number one thing you see on the PLC is the question about what are these uh, little crystal bumps on my leaves. I mean, this is like every couple days, edema.
Oh,
It's
that
that
was like, oh yeah, that was one of my pet peeves. Like 3 months into it, I'm like, wait, we had this conversation every single day since I joined.
right.
But, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you,
No,
but
no, no, no. That's it. I mean, that's fine. Yeah, I'm just saying. If you just look. I mean, if you just look through the message board and just look at some people's videos and what have you, they're just do a little bit of research and stuff. It's all on there, and you learn a lot. And then the other thing is to get one of those nutrient deficiency charts that they always post, and look and see what's going on with your leaves, and have that as like a starting point. If it's yellowing from the outside going in, or if it's going whatever it's doing, that's a good starting point to see where you can kind of find the problem of what it might be. And then if not, just ask someone. I mean, all you got to do is post something. Nobody's going to say anything bad to you. So someone will respond. This is this, or whatever the problem might be.
what's up?
Jared,
I love it. Anthony's like, what's edema?
laughing out loud. Yeah.
I mean, that's every 2 days. Every 2 days, someone posts something. At least, what are these weird little crystals on my plant leaves? Every 2 days.
Well, Charles, somebody else recognized yet. Ripbeck says, "Hey, is that the notorious Charles P?"
That would be me.
That would be you. Eva says, "I started growing peppers by watching a guy named Bobby Carlson, but he stopped doing videos due to moving. Then I found King and then PLC. Still waiting for Bobby to come back, though. He wasn't MHP Gardner, was he? Because his name was Bobby, too, I think. Okay. I
I
posted
just
the
thought of that
the
guy
email
the
pic
other
when
day.
I
I
first
was like,
started
man,
it,
is that
too.
guy ever gonna make a video?
Who?
MHP Gardner.
Oh, he's had a couple come out in the last year, but they're not garden or greenhouse or anything related. I went and checked a few weeks back to see if he had anything new, and yeah, there were a couple of little things. Jared says, "I'm going to G Plus right now to ask that same question." The Dima question. Eva says, "Ripex, what's up? Or what's up, sir?" Edie says, "Definitive Charles, I enjoy, or probably definitely Charles, I enjoy playing everyone's videos, even when I'm working on my plants or planting new seeds and watering. I sit and watch videos quite often too. You never know when you're going to find a snippet of information that
Oh
puts
yeah.
everything together."
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I watch everybody's videos to see, how their progress is doing or whatever. And like this time of year is just everybody's, showing their seedlings or whatever it might be, and it's just very interesting to see how people do all their starts and how their plants are going, and then doing their videos and see how the progress is, and just it's good because I mean it's like it's always a good moment for me. You see this little plant slowly gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it's kind of exciting to kind of watch that. So, when they do the updates from the start to before they get them outside, or if they keep them inside, or wherever they might be growing them, it's always fun to watch the updates. And then like I said, they may have something they may be using that you never heard of or whatever it might be, and that you just go and use that and kind of incorporate it into your grow.
Yeah, that's how I got into Master Blend.
Yeah,
Ken
me too.
Master Blend at the time, and he was like, "Yeah, it's great, and like it's working fine." And I was like, "What is this Master Blend you speak of, and where shall I find that?" And next thing you know, I had like I think a 1 pound bag, and bought a whatever half a pound bag of Epsom salt from the grocery store, and had the Cal 9 Master Blend, mixed it all up, and next thing you know, and I don't know. Well, I don't want to put words into his mouth, but I believe I impressed Dave with it, because he was actually like, maybe I'm going to try that a little with a few of my plants next year. which would have been this year, but I don't remember him posting anything where he used Master Blend. Could be wrong.
So this is interesting. Jared says MHP Gardner said in a video that too many people were skipping the ads in his vids, and he wasn't making any money. I figured that's why he quit. I understand.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, I'm monetized too. And everybody out there, Ad Blocker Plus. Get that. You won't ever see an ad on a YouTube video again. If you like someone, turn it off and watch an ad. That's awesome. But Ad Blocker Plus, it's out there. It's free.
Yeah,
Yep.
Ripek says that's what I'm using, Master Blend. I put it in my Arrow Garden too. Made
That's such a lame excuse, man. I'm in it for the money, man. My money's going down. I'll be truthful. Ad Blocker Plus. I don't care any ad blocker. Just get them. They all work.
See, I look at the other side of the coin, and if it's somebody that I like to watch, I will take and leave the ads go so they get something so they keep making stuff.
That's why I like ad blocker, because up in the corner you can disable it. So you can like click on their video, disable it, and then restart it, and it'll just bang. You get an ad at the beginning, and, or in the middle, or at the end, or whenever. But you know, if you like someone, then support them that way.
Mhm.
But you don't have to listen to ads on every single YouTube video. That's ridiculous.
So Paul is asking the question, so you don't get money unless people watch the whole ad? No, that's not true.
It all
The
depends.
banner ads that pop up at the bottom, it has to remain there for 5 seconds and you get credit for it. If a video ad comes out at the beginning, somebody has to watch the first 15 seconds of it minimum, or half. If it's a 20-second ad, they have to watch half of it in order for you to get credit. So anytime like a video ad comes up, I look at the time on it, let it go to the either halfway point or the 15-second point before I click it off. The banners that come up across the bottom, I let those sit there for half a minute or so before I click those off. That way the person is still getting their credit for doing it. There's another third type of ad, and I forget what it is right off the top of my head. But, the ads that pop up in the middle of the video ads, same thing with the timer. You got to watch it either 15-second minimum or half. So if it's an 8-second video, you have to watch the whole thing in order for the person to get credit. Okay. So you don't get money
Mr.
unless
Wizard with the YouTube monetization knowledge.
Well, I wanted to know what I was getting into if I decided to monetize my videos, which I have not done yet.
I'll do it.
Big ol'
There's
roll of
still
the
like a
eyes.
window. There's a window of time that they make you wait before it actually gets monetized anyway. So just do it immediately. If you're making any YouTube videos, doesn't matter how small you were. I think I had like 36 subscribers or something when I monetized.
Yeah, well, now you have to have a minimum of 10,000 views on your page in order to get monetized. And I just passed the 22,000 mark.
For some reason, I looked into my analytics and I have like 1.2 million minutes watched. That's not a lot of views, but 1.2 million minutes. Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Anthony says, I would like to appreciate everyone on here for all the help and active or advice given about gardening, and also kudos to the guy that started this weird live stream. He's the green shirt guy over there, the dark green shirt guy with the bandana on his head. He's the one that started this whole thing. We had a minor little conversation about that this morning, or as we were setting up here.
No,
So
I think
Rev
he's
can go
talking
and
about,
talk about that.
talking about Dave.
No. He's talking about this is your stream. There are two ways to make money. They either have to watch half the ad or visit the advertiser. Yeah, I forgot about the click through. If they do a click through, then the person also gets credit for it. Rip, I don't think that's a proper question to ask if Rev makes any money.
That's a fine question. Do I make any money? Yeah, I make some money. But I will say I have spent like 2,000 amount that money that I got just buying totes and plants and building a greenhouse and all that stuff. So there's been a couple $100 bills thrown at me, but it's not
Um,
like it's thousands or millions a month or something like some YouTubers. No, nor would I want that. That would be insane.
Well,
yeah,
lately it's been the Logan Paul video, which that crazy guy who I never watched, but what he did was really disrespectful, and he got so many views, and he makes so much money as it is. Yeah, but that's been the whole thing over the past week is just what he did, and he got so many views spiked through the week, and when that video came out and what have you, it's been crazy. They took it off, but it just that guy just I don't
Well, I
know.
think he took it down. I don't think YouTube took it down. I believe him or his team or something, from what I
Yeah,
heard.
yeah, and his
Speculation.
like funny apology, like he's had to put on crocodile tears somehow to say he's sorry. So because he was laughing in that video, when they're talking about what they were actually going to or whatever. So I don't know. There's been a lot of people talking about that. I'm not getting into that because I'm not one that actually has a channel that gets in all this stuff and what have you. But there's been a lot of people who just been rambling on about that one.
Yep. Well, every time they put his name in their video, that gets them higher rank in the YouTube search because people look for Logan Paul because he's like one of the most popular
Right.
YouTubers. So that's why a lot of people would talk about it. Like, oh, let me have this little blurb about him and then I can title it.
So maybe we should do that for the live stream.
Yeah.
But rename it after we're through the live stream. Something about Logan Paul, and then see how many views we get on there.
I'll just put Charles rants about Logan Paul.
yeah, no, I don't think so.
Monday Meetups live.
So Rip is making the comment of I don't have the content or the skills or whatever to do this. Well, I don't think I have the skills to be doing YouTube videos either. So
Way to take skills.
I don't think you have that. You can use that. Just get out there and do it. You get better as time goes on. You look at my beginning videos to where I am now, and I still suck, but I'm better than the really sucky that I was before. And
For me, I didn't even talk through half of my garden updates last year. I mean, I did so many garden updates. I know that somewhere Kang mentioned, that when he was doing my sauce review or whatever, he's like, yeah, Charles, he's on Google Plus and Pepper Lovers Community. He's always doing updates on his garden, so you can always look at what he's got going on there. I think that's what he said in so many words. And I didn't even speak. I just went and just took the camera and went around my garden the whole time. And then I was like, you know what? I'm going to actually start talking. And then, you may think it's comical, but I was like, this is going to be my New Year's resolution. I want to be on this live stream. And, like I said, I'm a man of my words. I said I was going to be on here, and I am. So it was a challenge because I had to go through so much this past week. I was going to use my GoPro. And then I bought this Elgato capture card, and that thing didn't work, and all this other, and had to send this back. I bought the wrong HDMI cord for the micro to HDMI, and this and the other. Then I finally said the heck with it. I'm just going to get a HD webcam, and that's where I am now. So I'm not using the GoPro, but I actually am on here. So
Was it an official GoPro?
oh yeah, it's a GoPro 4 Black Edition.
Gotcha. I've never had a GoPro. I've only had these faux pros.
Yeah. So I mean, I was really trying to make it work too, but I mean, it was so much easier. I mean, I was like, had all the burden taken away when I got this Logitech C922 or whatever it is. They said it has about the same quality as a GoPro when you actually stream and do whatever. From the view of this picture, it looks like it's pretty clear to me. So from where I am, so I mean, it works. And then it was just plug and play. I plugged it in, and that's the camera you want to use, and that's the mic you want to use, and done. So
Yep.
that capture card thing was just, I guess, well, I mean, I did actually go through a lot of YouTube videos on capture cards and realize what people do with gaming now. I didn't know that. I mean, because I'm not a modern gamer, so I had no clue with what people actually do. That they do all these capturing of them actually doing the video, and that's a big thing to stream to others or what have you. I had no clue on that.
Paula, it's it all depends on the ad. If you go to YouTube in your back office, it's got a whole section down in it, about 6, 7 pages long, that says what gets paid, what doesn't, and what the rules on it are. So, but if it's a 5 minute ad, you don't have to watch half of it. You only have to watch 30 seconds of it. If it's less than 30 seconds, you have to watch half of it in order for it to get a credit. And Eber says, yeah, Rev, you got that Amazon link percentage thing, because Mark says, what kind of money you get thrown back at you from Amazon link. And I look down and I see Rev is gone. So I'm just going to continue on, because I don't know on that myself. Paula says, if you skip it after watching half the video, then they get some. Yeah, that's what I was going back to. For a video ad, like there was one that was on the other day that was 4.5 minutes long, and I wasn't going to sit there for 4.5 minutes. I sat and watched the timer for it to go to 30 seconds before I clicked it off, and that way the person still got credit for it. But I've seen some of them that are just total videos all in and of themselves, and 30 seconds you watch it. But like this one that's coming up with a little kid dancing to some cell phone company, it's an 8 second ad. Well, it doesn't let you shut it off, because the minimum that they can do, would be 4 seconds. But yeah, they make it go to 8 seconds. But that each time that comes up, the person gets full credit for it. So yeah, Eber is asking you, Charles, once a week on the live? Big old question mark.
Oh yeah, I'll come on here every week. At least every time I'm live. I mean, I'm on here anyway, unless I'm at work. Sometimes I do have to work one night shift a week. So if that's the live stream is on that night, then that's not going to happen, of course. But if it's, I mean, I'm just going to be chatting anyway, so I might as well be on the live stream. So.
And it's just like you and I are talking, isn't it?
Yep. So Paula, Susan, I know they always are talking about you being on, but Paula's always in videos though. That's what I don't understand. I mean, she has her videos, so I think it'll be easy for her. It seems.
Yeah. And Susan's got a few videos out where she's on them too. But then
Right.
again, you're just talking to the camera then, instead of a dozen people. Or
Yeah, but I mean, you're really only seeing. I mean, just like I'm experiencing this for the first time, I just see one person at a time on my laptop. So it's just like I'm talking to one person, and then when the next person wants to have a part of the conversation, that person pops up, and then you read off the commentary or the actual chat, and that's pretty much it. So it's not like you're looking at a bunch of people.
yeah, so that's what I was trying to tell you yesterday. Don't be nervous, because it's just like we're having a conversation, just like we were having yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We talked for almost an hour and didn't feel like it, did it?
No, it went by real quick. So
Yeah, it was a pleasant conversation, just like we're having now.
Mm-hmm.
We just have a sideline of people who are adding in stuff.
Right.
And Rip wants to reiterate. So the GoPro 4 wouldn't stream.
Well, from whatever I had, I was looking through all kinds of videos, and I got the Elgato Cam Link, which is a capture card that goes and runs through it. The way I was trying to accomplish it, it didn't work. It said it couldn't detect the device, so I couldn't get my camera to get it detected by the Cam Link.
Did you try to just plug it straight into the USB? Like USB into the camera? That's how mine is right now. It's just USB into the camera, USB into there, and when it turns on, my camera says Do you want to use it as a mass storage, meaning get all the files off your camera, or a PC camera? And I click PC camera, and bang.
See, that's probably what I should have did. But I mean, since I'm a complete idiot, I think at a GoPro, I probably made it way overcomplicated.
No. That's not. No. I'm an idiot. Like, that's what I do. I'm like, I just plug this thing in. Maybe it'll work, and it worked. Like, no, you're totally thinking into it way too much. That's not the act of an idiot.
I was just gonna say that's no, that's not an idiot. An idiot is me. Well, yeah, going in just like Rev said, just shoving it in. Let's see what happens if I do this. I can take and plug in my phone through the USB, and it comes up with 3 options. Do I want to use it as a music player, mass storage, or a camera? And I can use it. I could set it right up on my monitor, so I'm looking right at my phone, and watching everything behind it. It looks like I'm looking at the camera, like I'm looking now.
I've never tried that. I wonder if my phone would do that. I don't think I've ever plugged my phone into my computer.
Well, don't try it now.
I'm not going to.
But I mean, overall, I'm pleased with the way I went about it. So this is fine. I mean, that Logitech that I got had a metal tripod and everything on it, came with it and everything. So it was on sale at Best Buy. I'm sending back the cam link from Amazon since I don't know what you want to call it. I'm a platinum member for Amazon, I think, because I order so much. I don't know if there's not really a platinum member, but I order a lot of stuff through Amazon. So
do I. A ton. I just got like some report from Amazon that said that I actually saved more in 2-day shipping than I paid for Amazon Prime.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I absolutely believe it. I mean, because if you have to send back something on return, for example, that Elgato cam link that I had, it's a $8 shipping return charge is taken off of what you paid for it. So if you figure that just like a little small package, like, which is like a long flash drive, costs $8 to ship, how many things you get over the course of a month to end up with that $100 total for Prime a year? Oh, you're saving a ton when you get that many packages in.
Yeah,
I really did not order that much stuff.
I can guarantee I did.
Well, I think I ordered like weight type stuff. Like I ordered that dual exhaust kit, so that was the biggest box I've ever got in the mail. That thing was gigantic. It was like, I think it was almost 6 feet long by like 2 feet or 18 inches wide by like 18 inches tall. That thing was giant, or maybe it was 24 inches tall. But I got that, and like the gigantic fender flares, which I went out today. I saw like 8 trucks today with the same exact fender flares on their truck. So disappointed. I feel like I started that trend.
Yeah, but you're looking behind now since you just got them. You're fixing to put them on.
Well, no, I always liked them because I saw them, I don't know, years and years ago when I would actually put mods on my truck, and then I hit a point where I'm like, leave it stock. It's going to break anyway. Just save the money for fixing whatever breaks. Right. And this was the first time since like 99, I think, where I actually was like doing modifications to my truck. Right. And why did I do it? YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, but I wanted to, before we move on real quick, I totally want to interrupt everybody because I want to go back before I forget. Mark and Eber were asking about Amazon kickbacks and stuff like that while I was out. Went to the bathroom. But no, I've never made $1 off of Amazon yet. I've paid them for Amazon Prime every single year. And like I said, I got enough money back in 2-day shipping that I didn't actually pay last year. But as far as that affiliate thing, I haven't made $1 yet. It's just like YouTube. If you don't make $100, you're not getting it. We're going to hold on to this money, little guy, until you can actually become, one of the big boys. Then we'll give you your money. But, and YouTube does the same thing. When you monetize, they only cash out at $100.
Or above. Once a month.
Well, it's $100. They determine when you make $100, so.
Yeah. But it's not like every time you hit $100 that you get a check. It's one check a month, If it's 100 or more, you get a check for that month. Then you wait to the next one. So
Well,
it's
you
not.
can change it. You could have your payout be like $10,000 or
Yeah.
like, $800,000 or whatever, but 100 is the lowest you can get.
Yeah, 100's minimum.
Yeah, if you're like Logan Paul, you're gonna like, dude, I'm totally gonna rename this live chat like something with Logan Paul, like Logan Paul diss, or what do the kids say nowadays? Something like
I don't understand that language.
that.
So
Ebert says Chili Chump is another YouTuber. I found that is interesting. He is from the UK, so it's cool. And different seeing another grower in another country's weather. Yeah.
Rip, if oh man, he hasn't put up videos in a while. Bathtub or greenhouse, I forget what it is. One of the words is first greenhouse, bathtub, aquaponics, or something like that. I forget his first name, but I've talked to that guy for like 5 years or 4 years or something. That I love that guy. That's another one that's great across the pond. If you like Australia, McDowell Manor, that's another great YouTube channel. G'day, folks. It's Andy from McDowell Manor. I love that guy.
Rip is talking about your camera, Charles. Says, cool, looks pretty good quality wise. I would imagine these live stream limit the size of quality. Yeah, it's like 640 by 480, 30 frames per second, I think is what it's set at. Gopher Green Living. Hey, just passing through and saw y'all and wanted to say hi. Ebert says hi to him.
What's up, Gopher Green Living?
Yeah.
hello.
Order lots of stuff from Amazon too. Prime rocks. Paula says they didn't get rid of the affiliate link program. There was something they got rid of, but can't think of what it was that they got rid of. I've gotten some money from affiliate stuff, but not much. And Mark is on. Laughing out loud, Rev. Two, I heard it. Wasn't too much. Just curious. Fuego box subscription box. Anyone heard about it or got it? Crazy Kimberly was the only person I've heard of.
Crazy Camberlin. He's always in his Fuego box.
Yeah.
That's Derek over there at Crazy Kimberlin. Another person to go subscribe to.
Mm-hmm.
I came across another video. I think it was last night of somebody else doing a Fuego box.
I think it was Crazy Kimberlin.
Watch it through. No, I didn't. I watched Crazy Kimberlin. It was as I was watching him. The next posted video to come up was another person doing a Fuego box.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the other guy's live streams yesterday talking about Dave. What's Dave from Grown at Home in West Virginia?
Look at that. Speak of the devil. Talk about Crazy Kimberlin, telling everybody to subscribe, and he shows up.
I was just gonna say, hey, we were just talking about you. In a good way, mind you.
Yep. Always good videos to watch.
Oh yeah. Best music, best editing, best production, all that stuff.
Yeah, Brian says, hey, or there he is. Hey, Derek. All right. I missed one. Where is it? Paula, then it was the Amazon stores they got rid of. Well, maybe. Derek is laughing. Eva says, yeah, crazy. It's where I seen it. Got me curious. And the thank you's probably got to be to one of us for speaking highly of him. He even said hi to me on the live stream that he did. Was it yesterday or the day before? But yeah, I don't think he realized it was me. I think he was just saying hi, that like he was talking to everybody else. But I felt special. Oh, Susan showed up.
Man.
Hey, Susan.
Hey, Susan.
Let's see.
Say what you were saying earlier, Charles.
Paula and Susan need to be on the live stream.
I'll be back in a minute.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm on here. That's all I got to say. So Rev's been hounding us for weeks, months now. So all three of us, Paula, Susan, Charles, why don't you jump on here? Well, here I am. So we need some more company.
There it is, guys. You've been called out.
And I am a shy person. So just an FYI. This and it takes a lot for the talking on videos and just doing videos and all this. You know, this is a lot, but I mean, it's relatively easy, just like Rob was saying. So it's just like, you know, if you've done a video chat with somebody, you're just looking at Rev, you're looking at Rob. That's pretty much it, and just going along with the chat and just keeping up with the conversation.
Paula's always got an excuse. There you go, everybody. I'm sure everybody's already subscribed to Paula, but she needs 3,628 more subscribers. I mean, that's not a tall order. Go for why can I not remember your name? Go for Green Living. I have your song memorized in my head, and I could just sing it right now. I'm RevToes TV. The guy that's still on here that's not muted mic, that is Charles Paulk, right? Did I say that right?
That's correct, yeah.
Yep. And Alex, I agree. When do I see Susan on here? I don't know. See, we need a feminine touch on here. Exactly, Eber. Oh, and Susan called her out. When I see you, Sandy. Exactly. Yeah, Alex says she agrees that we need a feminine touch. Mark said, no need to be scared, Susan. Daniel, why did I not remember Daniel? But anyway, I'm Thomas. So, Daniel from Go From Green Living. Nice to meet you. I've watched a ton of your videos and have your theme song memorized, which I believe your son made, if I remember correctly.
Since I'm a novice on this, what were you talking about, the muted microphone?
What's that?
You said the person that doesn't have a muted microphone. Since I'm kind of a novice on this, what do I need to do? Or
to mute your microphone?
Yeah.
I believe if you just move your
mouse to the top of the screen, you'll see it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you move around on the Google Hangouts at the top, there'll be like a mute the camera and a mute the.
Gotcha. Okay, so just do that when should I use that function?
Rob did it because he left and walked away from the live stream.
So. Okay, but everything else has been going fine.
Oh no. Yeah, you're cool. No, I was saying the guy with the muted microphone who wasn't here. I forgot to continue that. That is Rob Z. ROB.
I thought you were referring to me, saying the guy. No. Okay. It kind of blended together, and I was like, "Am I doing something wrong? I need to know then what I need to do."
No, I forgot to continue that thought. I started it and then just walked away from that thought. Okay. But no, the guy with the muted microphone who's now back, who's in the center here, is Rob Z. ROB.
That's me. Yeah, what is Super Chat?
Super Chat gives you a highlighted chat. Like whenever you watch those people that have like tons of subscribers, like 100,000 or whatever, and there's like 5,000 people all commenting and it just flies by, it puts a highlighted chat, and then like you pay to have that highlighted chat, and I think the people that you're giving it to get like 70% of whatever you give. And YouTube gets the other 30%.
Like Susan says, chatting here is fine. Not sure how super the $2 one is. Laughing out loud.
Oh, it is so great, Susan. You have no idea.
Go for Green says gives you cash. They only charge me $1. Ha ha ha.
Nice. Sandy gets a discount.
I super chat to the LA Beast a lot. Okay, so crazy. What is it? What are you doing? Don't making a donation to him or what?
Yeah, it's pretty much like giving them a donation, but your chat comes up at like highlighted and everything, and it stays at the top for a while for like however much that you donated. But like I said, you only like the YouTuber only gets 70%. YouTube keeps 30. So if you were wanting to get like donate money to me, just click my Amazon link and just use that over and over and over again. That would be much more helpful. I'm sure I'd see some return on that way quicker than a super chat.
Okay, well, now you got my curiosity up. Of all the people that are here, if it was a super chat thing and everybody was doing it, how many people would donate $1 to Mr. Rev
I
for
would.
the entertainment of the show?
For
I
the
would.
for the entertainment of the show. Why do I feel like there's another long-winded sentence coming up right after this?
No, that's just it. Okay, I go back to the Minecraft guys that I watch on Friday nights, and they get $100, $500 donations on Mixer, and people are paying for the entertainment. The more entertaining they are, the more they make. So with that, you're basically paying for the entertainment. So would the entertainment of this show being 3 hours long be worth $1?
No, it's free.
I know it's show. I know it's free, and then I got mixed up because I was reading to show how much you give. I think comment stays on the screen longer. Okay,
Yep.
so Sandy says she would. Yeah, close to 2 months to get it. Okay. Crazy says, yeah, it's a donation, and what you type to him, he will see. Like if he has 800 people in a chat and you super chat, he will answer and share and subscribe to your channel. Okay. This is it. Oh, Susan.
Exactly what I'm saying, Susan. Why would you pay for this?
Yeah, she
It's
says,
already
this is
free.
entertainment. Ha ha ha. Anthony says yes.
Oh yeah. Oh, the one thumb guy came back again. It was disappeared for a while, but
Okay. And Derek says, or Crazy says, he probably makes hundreds in a night. That
I've
probably
watched,
explains why he's doing so many live streams and almost every night.
I've seen people that barely do live streams, but they've got numbers so high. I've like counted it up lightly in my head, so I could be way off, but it's like thousands every live stream.
Paula says, oh, I figured out how to get $1 super chat. Okay. I think I'd like to know that myself. Susan says, eat something hot, and then it's entertainment. And Susan says, how, Paula? So yeah. Okay. So that just brings up the point, like Derek was saying with LA Beast. I was wondering, why is he all of a sudden doing chats almost every night, and some of them are 3, 4, 5 hours long, and his number of videos that he actually does has dropped down through the floor. Everything is becoming more and more uh, live streams. So that's got to be why. Paula says there's a slider you can donate more or less. $2 seems to be the default. Eva says to Crazy, what's the next slide? I mean, crazier.
Well, going back to what you're saying, Rob, I mean, even a different, I guess, genre or something of what I look at is guitars. And all the guys who used to just do their own videos, they all went to live stream now. And then all three of them, the top ones that I used to watch to kind of do their vlog or whatever, they went together. So they do a live stream together. So and then they have that super chat within that. So that's where they went to, because they used to all do their little guitar update or vlog or whatever it might be. and now it's just like a weekly chat or weekly live stream that they all do as a collaborative together. So I've seen that on a bunch of different kinds of YouTube channels.
I saw one guy that was doing gardening videos, and I forgot that he made gardening videos because it was just all of a sudden it was live stream, live stream, live stream, live stream. It was like every single day he was doing a live stream. And I went back and looked, and it was like June or May that he made his last gardening video. And ever since then, it's just been live stream, every single thing. So must be the same thing.
Yeah. I mean, that's what the trend is. Cause I mean, I see it, you know, through all those guys. I mean, that's what they went to now. Everything's a live stream, and then they do a live stream question and answer, whatever it might be. So they have a topic. They that's what they're talking about on the live stream, and that's what they're going with.
Yep. And see, this is how we are different. We never have a topic. We just click the live button and bang, we're live.
Yeah, well, like Derek says, yes, because YouTube is screwing up with with ads and stuff, so it's making up for what he's losing. Only downside is you have to be on a computer to super chat. And Susan says, "I see." Paula says $500 is max super chat. Susan says, "Paula, be careful not to click that one. No backsies."
No backsies.
Susan says, "Charles, do you play guitar?"
I do. I do, yes. I play guitar.
Are you just learning, or you play?
Oh, no, I've been playing for 16, 17 years.
Okay.
But going back to my shyness, I can't play in front of people. I'll make a video of the songs I've been working on or, you know, covers, and I'll screw up just because I know it's on video. I can play it perfect for like, I don't know how many times I go and push record. I don't know, I just start messing up. I try to play in front of family members or whatever it might be. I screw up. I don't know what it is. It's got to be some kind of mental thing. But yeah, I play all the time. So my hobbies are essentially, you know, gardening, peppers, guitar, and painting. I like artwork, so those are the three things I like to do.
Cool. Gopher Green says, "A good long video adds to your watch time." Paula says, "Play us some music."
If I was in my other room that had all my guitars, that'd be fine. But I'm in my living room currently, so yeah. I could switch next week or what have you. Or, I can go in the guitar room because I have just a room just the guitars and stuff. So we'll see how it is. I don't know how it sound electric with the mic that I have and feedback and all kinds of stuff. I don't know how good it will sound, but we'll see. Yeah. Well, I'm just on here for the first time, so we're going baby steps to me playing a guitar in front of everybody. So maybe in a few weeks.
So yeah, if Susan wants to see this happen, maybe she should come on and maybe.
Yeah, when Susan comes on, we'll just do Susan and Paula. We'll just tie them in together. Then I'll play guitar for a little bit. I'll just do a few chords. So when that happens, we'll do it the next week. I'll play a few chords. And you may not like what I play because the music that I like to play, I'm not sure if that's to most people's liking, but we'll see. So all I gotta say is I hope you like metal or hard rock. That's all I gotta say.
Susan, I don't think he said Sandy. I believe he said Susan and Paula.
Oh, okay. We'll throw Sandy in there too.
Okay, chat's going by pretty quick now. So, Crazy says, my dang internet went out. Susan says, "Awesome, Charles, great hobbies." Crazy says, "Missed everything after the last post." Charles plays guitar, and apparently for a long time. Rip says, "You must have a small acoustic." And Rip is smiling. Susan says, "What about Sandy and metal?" From Rip X. Okay. Paul asked, what do you play? We already know. Alberta Pepper says last. Okay, this is going by a little fast for me. I can't read this fast. Love me some metal, but I play on my acoustic more. Sandy says I play drums and piano. Anthony
Which
says
is
I play the
perfect.
radio.
Now we got guitar, drums, piano. We got all kind of stuff, singing. Like we can have an entire band going on.
Well, I mean, I attempt banjo. I have a banjo as well, but I'm horrible at banjo. Banjo is for me one of the hardest things to get. It just the rolls and everything you need to do with your fingers is very very complicated for me. I'm not a finger picker, so it's I like to use a pick, so it's more difficult for someone who just uses a pick. Because I can't hardly finger pick at all. So if you could finger pick, it'd probably be easier, but it's an instrument that takes a little bit to get going on. I learned a few basic songs. I'm not like Steve Martin or nothing, because Steve Martin is like one of the best banjo players there is. If you ever look that up, watch Steve Martin play banjo.
It's one of my favorite actors of all
He's
time.
he's one of the. There you go, and that's also where I got the sauce with two brains, because that was the reference from the Man with Two Brains.
Brains.
Steve Martin. So that's where I kind of got that idea for the name of one of my sauce. So,
Yeah, the Jerk is one of my absolute favorite movies of all time.
oh yeah, yeah.
So great. I love every tagline that you could have within the whole movie that most people don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
Eva says, no, Charles, we are going to push you in the deep section of the ocean. Not sure where that went from. Susan says, you do, Sandy, so cool. We have a drum kit. My daughter rocks the drums. Eva says, Charles, write a pepper song naming the peppers. Sandy says, is laughing at Anthony's comment. I play the radio too. Rip says, what's your current favorite guitar?
My favorite guitar is going to be how my what my name used to be in the chat. Silverburst 80. I have a 1980 Gibson Les Paul Custom Silverburst, because one of my favorite bands is Tool. So have you ever seen Adam Jones play in Tool, the band Tool? That's what he plays exclusively. So 1980 to 81 Gibson Les Paul, 13 and a half pounds. It'll kill you. I guarantee you, it's a backbreaker. It weighs so much. My second one is my PRS Floyd Rose Custom 24. That would be my second. So that would be my order. But I have several. I have 7 guitars. So, but they're all in different tunings, or some, like I have a 1985 Schecter Strat. That was because back in 1985, I liked, I don't know if y'all remember the group Power Station with the members from Duran Duran, Andy Taylor. I liked that guitar that he had on those videos in Power Station. And back in '85, when I was 11, that guitar cost right around $1,000. So that's equivalent to 3,500, 4,000 these days. So my mom said, "There's no way in hell that I'm buying you $1,000 guitar for an 11-year-old or whatever it was." So several years ago, I found one on eBay. So I finally got to get the guitar I wanted way back when. But I went through several. But I only buy used guitars. I don't buy new guitars anymore. There's just no point, because there's so many people who just leave guitars in the closet and never play them, and they're just as good as any guitar you're going to get. So,
except for mine. I have a guitar in my closet. I leave it in the closet. I can't play it, and I guarantee it's not very good. It's some like garbage model.
Well, you never know.
Special.
Yeah, but see, a lot of people like those. I mean, you could still, no matter what. I mean, you can have a basic guitar, you'll still get more than that for it. I mean, if you think it's $15, you could sell it for $50. Somebody will buy it. I mean, even you never know what it is. I mean, you need to take it out. Honestly, how long have you had it?
Oh, like 5. No. At the very minimum 5, but probably like 7, 8, 9 years.
Okay. So it's like saying if it's an older guitar, you need to find out what it is. Because I mean, if it was a vintage, old guitar that you had or whatever, okay.
Nah, I think it's just some garbage, really cheap guitar that you get. I don't even think it has a name on it. I can grab it if you want, but
It's up to you. I mean, I have my beginning guitar. I got it as well. So that was like $100 package, I think. Amp, cable, case, guitar, whatever it was, and for it was like $100. And it's always a good place to start.
I'm not gonna play it, Susan. My my guitar for a reason. It's afraid that it's a piece of crap.
Well, Rip says, "Well, you have some nice stuff." And Susan says, "Cool, Sandy. Girl drummers are awesome." And goes on to say, "Dane Charles, nice guitars." Rip says, "So you were born in a good year, 1974." Sandy says, "Thanks, Susan." Susan replies with, or says, "Thomas, you won't ever learn if it's in the closet and get it." Rip says, "Sure, that would be fun to see." Eva says, "Entertain us." Susan says, "We want to be entertained." I shouldn't have brought up that entertainment comment. Now it's not going to leave me alone. And Crazy mentioned that he's got a second channel for his music and wants it separate from his Pepper channel because the Pepper channel is family friendly, where the music channel, yeah, not so much. So, yeah. I know how to play the radio.
I know how to click Spotify
Okay, you're one up on me.
because I don't listen to the radio because it's complete garbage.
Yeah, anytime I listen to music, it's in my vehicles, and I have CD players in there, so.
Okay.
Let's see. Anthony says, "I have been practice playing a ukulele I bought."
There you go. Uh-oh.
Get your guitar.
No,
Strum on it.
I don't know
Start
anything
it.
about guitars. My sister has like 2 or 3 guitars, and she's very good at playing them. No, this is the little crappy guitar that I have, and it says here up on the top of the bridge, Kingston.
Okay. Well, at least it has a name. Because if it was super crap, it wouldn't even have a name on it.
Well, I looked all over here. I looked all over here and around the edges and on the back, and there was nothing. I'm like, what the heck? And then, yeah, sure enough, right here on the very top.
There you go.
There you go.
Susan says, "I don't need to sing since I brought up entertaining us." You don't want to hear me sing.
Or me.
Or me.
The reason I don't play an instrument is because I'm partially tone deaf. I can't tell the difference between a lot of tones.
I got a lot of tone, but you don't want to hear me sing.
Yeah. Well, for me, the only thing is I have tinnitus real bad because I usually go to 17 to 20 concerts a year. So even with earplugs, you get that much exposure, and just playing guitar. I mean, all mine's tube amps, so it's loud. Even at 3 or 4, it's loud. So just over the years, just so much exposure to music, I always have a constant ringing.
Yeah, I used to have 4 15s with 2 1,000-watt amps in the back of my Jeep Cherokee. I had to have the back seat folded down to accommodate the box because it took up the entire back part of the entire truck.
Yeah.
And my buddy's dad would say that he could hear me like 2-3 miles away. He was like, "I could hear you, but it took you like 15 minutes to get here." But,
I believe I mean, they knew when I was coming to work. I had a 1969 Volkswagen, then I had the woofer box going with the curvature of the dome on the old Bug, and that thing hit hard. And I think I cranked it back then. I think I got it DB tested, and I think it was like 105 to 110. Now these days they're 170. If you look at the ones that crack windows and everything, they're doing 170. They could change the hertz. They could do everything. It's just crazy what they do to the vehicles now with the music. But it's totally changed from what I did. But yeah, at work, I mean, the whole thing. I mean, even when I was in my house, my mom was like, "There's," I was going to wash my car or do whatever, and she's like, you're not playing that music. You're not doing it." Because I mean, uh, I had, I had one neighbor who they were deaf, and they came out screaming because the house shook. The whole house just shook. I mean, they said and they're just, how the best they could explain it, that they can't stand their house shaking because I'm playing the music.
Yeah.
And later in life, after that, I look at it now. I'm like, I look at it. I'm like, I don't know why I did that to people, because that a lot of people I know were upset at me constantly doing that music all over. So I mean, but back then, I'd say early '90s, that was the thing. I mean,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you try to outbass somebody or whatever it was, at the stoplight. Now, like drag racing, you go if you had a system, you want to go and crank it up and see who had it louder.
Yeah. And not
How
only
much?
that, but like it was so bad that guys were like going away from the CD players because they would skip because you were hitting the bass so hard that they would go back to tape players
Mhm.
just because they wouldn't skip whenever the bass was hitting that loud.
Oh yeah, I mean, I had tape. That's all I had,
Yeah.
and that thing cranked. I mean, it was just.
I was
It's,
always CD, but mine never hit that hard. I mean, I had 415s. I forget what they were. Vegas, powered by. I still have it. It's in my attic in my garage.
well, my clarity on my front speakers were I had MB Quartz, which are German made speakers, which were the Stealth series, and then I had Kicker Woofers, and then I had bridged Rockford Fosgates punch amps back then. So that's what I ran up. I think a Pioneer deck, but everything was bridged, crossover, MB Quartz. I mean, I can go. When I worked at the supermarket, I could open the doors and you could hear the words through the whole entire strip center. How long? How and clear. You could listen to what we were listening to
Yeah.
from way on the other side of the strip center. So
Yeah.
I mean, it was bad. And like I said, you look at it differently now. I mean, some people are still in it. I mean, if that was my thing, I mean, I don't know, maybe, but it's you got to look at it at a point. It's like, to honestly, I mean, even though I do go to all these concerts and stuff, a lot of the bass, the low notes, they just bother my ears too much anymore. I guess because I was around the bass so much, they bother my ears.
And not
So,
only that, but you go to the concert, so you don't really need that in your car anymore.
oh
You
no,
don't
no, no, no,
feel-
no. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
no, it just still bothers you.
Well, the bass does. Not so much the higher notes, but the bass kind of does. I don't know what happened over the course of listening to the bass so much, but that was, like I said, that was the thing. And that's the trend, and that's like right at high school or whatever. That's what everybody was going with. I mean, I know for me, 88, 89, all them, everybody was just waiting in the morning to see who's going to drive up and see what person's going to pull up next. I had guys who had 46 by 9s in a Cadillac, 418s in a Blazer. I mean, just seeing, until the security guard came out and said, you can't play that this loud here at the front of the school. I mean, but that was the thing. That was just what everybody was into. But a lot of things have changed. I mean, back then you had a beeper and you had to go to a payphone and find a payphone to call someone because somebody paged you. But that was way back then too. You were happy if you got the clear colored Motorola beeper, and it had all these flashy little things. That you were it. Oh my God, he's got the clear green case.
Yeah, the one where it was like you got the clip part that clipped onto your pants, but you could take it out of the clip thing. I remember having that one.
Yep.
I remember when that came out. I remember the ones before that where they were just solid black with a little clip. You just had like the two buttons on the top.
Right.
Yeah. Like someone really needed to talk to you. It would be like their number and 911.
Right. Yep. Always had like some little message or something with it. So yeah, that was back then though. That's how we had to, just search for a payphone. But you can't find those now.
Yeah, there's no payphones anywhere.
Nope.
Nice. Rip says he had two 15-inch JLs. I remember those things.
Mm-hmm.
Can't believe I remember that.
Jail audio.
Jared had a bumping system in his truck in the 90s. Of course, we all did. I had them in every truck I had. I remember like getting rid of a truck and like, oh, I've got to take out my speakers and put them in the new truck. And I remember when I had the 415s in my Jeep Cherokee, it was technically my dad's truck. So whenever it was time for me to, give him back his truck because I bought a different truck, I was like, man, I bought an S10 Blazer. And the 415s wouldn't fit in there with the custom made box and everything. And I was like, heck with it. So I sold it to my buddy, and I believe he still has them to this day. But Jared said he had two Rockford Fosgate punch amps and a speaker box taking up most of the back seat. Yep.
That's what I had, the punch amps. And then I bridged them.
Yeah, I bridged mine, but I never had Rockford Fosgate. I never had Kicker. I never had any of the big names. I had like Blopunk. I had, can't remember the amp that I have because it's one of those like off brands that I believe they got big afterwards, but I never followed. But
Well, the thing is now those same companies, those we're mentioning, they're nothing either. I mean, you'd be hard pressed to name a bunch of the new speakers that they have for those systems. I mean, I've never even heard of half of them until I started looking at videos because I just got interested one day to see how many people can break their windshield. So I just thought it was entertaining, and the flying towel on the side of the passenger door, whatever they do now for amusement at those events, they're still pretty entertaining. Because I mean, I remember going to all those type of events. I mean, I remember I forgot what the company was. Oh, the Fultron. There used to be a company called Fultron. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but one of the bass competitions, they had like 40 15s in a van, and they would only let me sit in the passenger seat for so many minutes because if not, of course, you'll go deaf. And they were wearing ear protection, and then this was a time where I had longer hair, a lot longer, almost like down to my shoulder or what have you, probably. And it just blew it like a hairdryer. I mean, you just sit in the passenger seat, and you could feel it too, because they say if it's at a certain level, it could skip your heart could skip a beat, depending on what it is, or take the breath away. Definitely, I don't know how much of that is factual. I never had to experience that, thank God, but that some people have a lot of complications when they're getting to that low on bass and stuff.
I've had it where you can actually feel it going through your chest.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I didn't have any complications or anything. I just felt it going through my chest, thinking, "Wow, that's really weird."
Yeah.
But nah, yeah, I've never had that. Thank God. Yeah, Rip was also born in that awesome year of 1974. Oh, and Eva said no dubstep for Charles. Well, I mean, if he doesn't have subs in his truck or car or whatever.
Nope, stock system.
Yeah, that's what I got.
I crank it it goes to 60. I have it usually on 55. So that's for the volume wise, it's metered at 60, and I have it usually at 55.
Yeah, I think mine goes to 35 or something like that, but I never raise it because I never listen to music. If I'm in my car, I'm usually listening to like a podcast.
Okay.
Well, I don't know. Every once in a while, I heard like back there in the comments a little bit, they were talking about Pandora. I have a couple like EDM type Pandora stations. And every once in a while, when I'm like, I feel like, driving fast, like if there's no traffic and I can actually go fast, sometimes that's when I'm like, let's throw some of that on there. But usually it's all podcast.
Yeah, see, I mean, like for me, early in the work, I got to have something like jamming like when I'm driving into the parking lot or what have you. So I'm like playing Pantera Domination or something. So I'm like got something that gets me going. Like, well, for me, it gets me going. So usually something with some heavy metal that's cranking. So that'll start my day.
Jared also, well, I don't know who else was born in 75, but there was 74. Rip said 74. Who said 75? Anyway, Jared said he's also, he was born in 75. Oh, I guess he said I was born in 75, not also born. And Derek Cruiser Kimberlin also had a beeper. Heck yeah. Those things were great back in the day. You were like total gangster if you had one of them back then. And he's in 79. Ooh, I'm older than Crazy Kimberlin by 1 year. Niebuhr's in 1992. Now he's making us feel old.
I graduated high school.
In 92?
Yeah.
I did in 96.
Then I graduated college in 2001.
I graduated high school in 96 and never graduated college.
It took me a long time. It took me, I was on a long program, but, ever since, I could work, I had to pay for everything. So, I didn't get any kind of grants or scholarships, or my parents didn't have the money to pay. So I had to work and go to school. So it took a while, but I got through it. Graduated in a really, really bad year, 2001, because I graduated in the fall. So that was right after 9/11.
Ouch.
So that was it was really tough to. I mean, even these days, it's tough to find a job, but it was tough back then as well.
Rip says he loved playing I the Beholder. Wait. Am I thinking of the wrong song? No, I'm thinking of Eye of the Tiger.
No Survivor.
Eye of the Beholder jacked up on those. What's Eye of the Beholder? Oh, that's Metallica? Or which one's Eye of the Beholder? But Jared had a pager as well. Back then, pay phones were on every corner. They were. Remember when you can call people collect?
Yeah.
In town here, we actually have a full-size stand-up phone booth that still functions.
Wow, that's a rarity.
Yeah, I have the Beholder's Metallica though. Oh, sorry, Rev.
Oh, sweet. Wow, I can't believe I got that right.
And that was one of the better concerts I went to last year. I really liked their tour that they did recently. To me, they were better than definitely better than Maiden, because Maiden didn't play but a handful of songs from their old records. They played their new one, and unfortunately, I think people want to see their older hits as opposed to their newer ones or their new record. But all in all, Metallica was really good. Really good concert.
I never saw Metallica. I saw a lot of different bands, but never saw Metallica. I saw Wait Zombie. That was my very first concert.
Oh, I've seen them several times.
Yeah, Thunder Kiss 65 tour, I believe it was.
Okay. Yep.
Or no. It was what was the next CD? Perhaps You Better Start from the Beginning. That was the very beginning of the CD.
So Ebert took off and so did Rip-X.
No, it must have been Thunder Kiss 65. I can't remember. 1995.
Yeah. So that was La Sexorcisto.
Or
The album.
yeah, Volume 1.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, he's I've seen him a few times. So, and I like to see him now because I like his John Five's on there. So John Five is one of the guitarists I really like to watch.
If you're still here later, Alex, just getting around to that chat. And Crazy Kimberlin, yes, this is Peppa Pig, sent to me from Dave, who is not here, by the way. So you should go to his YouTube page and click on all of his videos and put in a comment of "Pray for Dave," hashtag "Pray for Dave," or hashtag "Blame it on Dave,"
Hashtag where has Dave been?
or hashtag "Where's Dave been?" Because he was the guy that said on Wednesday when I was like, "Where are you at?" He was like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll be on Monday." And yet, here we are, and it's past his bedtime.
Well, he posted a video. He's doing a lot on the inspirational videos. So today he did, I believe it was The Rock, about motivation and inspiration type things. So I know I saw that on his channel today.
What, on Facebook?
No, it was on Google Plus. It was just one of the public posts, but he was showing about The Rock because he was posting. I knew I like Dwayne Johnson. And then before he was posting about that whatever concoction he's making to trying to kill us again with something.
He's always working on something.
Yeah.
Oh, going back to the pagers, I had one of the red Motorola see-through ones with the belt clip where it clipped right into it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where you could remove it from the belt clip. Had
Yep.
like that whole housing that held it. I had one of them.
Yep.
That was like the advanced ones. But we were talking about, like, we even had the ones where it was like all black with like a little clip on the back with two buttons. It was like a red button and a black button on top.
Yep, I had one of those too.
Yep.
In fact, I found my pager a couple years ago tucked in a drawer, and I thought, I wonder if this thing still works. Screw it. Got rid of it.
I wouldn't even know how to figure out what number I had back then. It was like 20 something years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, 22. Because I was working at the print shop in 95 when I had it. And by the way, I got you all beat in age and graduation times and all of that kind of stuff.
I think I had a cell phone in 95. Might have been early 96.
I didn't get my first cell phone until 99.
And mine was like,
Rip says, all right, guys, I'm going to spend some time with the wife. Have a good one. Fun chatting with y'all. And cool putting a face with the name Charles.
oh,
Hey, Rip.
night.
Later, Rip.
Crazy says, love White Zombie. My first concert my dad took me, my brother to, was Megadeth. Suicidal Tendencies opened up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I went to Rockfest one year, and it was 4 days of music from 11 a.m. till 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Big bands to little bands. ZZ Top played. Who's a Night Ranger sings White Freebird, or who sings Freebird?
Freebird, Leonard Skinner.
Leonard Skinner. They were there. They were the closing act one night. Rat was there. They got through 1.5 songs before they had to kill the concert because the singer guy had this thing about running down the stage, dropping to his knees and sliding to the end.
Mm.
Well, it's a 3-story drop all the way around the straight stage, and he miscalculated. Hit the end, went right over, broke like 3 ribs, both his legs, and an arm halfway through the second song.
It happens.
Yeah. And I had just off to the side of the stage, front row, just on the side of the stage, so I could see him walking back and forth on the stage. And the band was like 20 feet in front of me. But yeah. Brian asks, when I graduated in 1984, yeah, when a bunch of y'all were still just pups, little 10-year-olds.
This is true.
Yeah, so 84 is when I graduated. I was born in the mid 60s, if you can't tell. And yes, I went through the
Yeah,
hippie generation. That was fun.
there it is. No, it wasn't La Sexorcista that I saw. That White Zombie tour. It was the Astrocrete 2000,
Okay.
which was released in 1995. Yeah, and that's when I saw him.
Yep. And see, that's one going back to guitars. That's one of the guitars that I'm still kicking myself to this day. Why I didn't buy a Jay Younger Ibanez Galactic Green with stars over about a 1996 Fender Strat as opposed to buying that. And I'm kicking myself to this day because I can't get that guitar anywhere underneath $4,000 or $5,000 now. So I really wish I would have bought that guitar because I mean the Fender Strats come or dime a dozen, especially '90s. But you try to buy that Ibanez J from the White Zombie Iceman, good luck trying to get it for under 4,000 or 5,000. So I really wish I would have purchased that guitar. That's just going with my White Zombie rant, but I really wish I had that guitar. One day, maybe, but I'm on a no buying guitars anymore because I have enough guitars for now. They say you can never have enough guitars, but I'm not spending any more money on guitars right now.
Crazy Kimberlin's taken off, says goodnight.
Later, Derek.
Brian says he graduated in 85 and said I was born in 66. Yep. And says goodnight. I have a guitar that I inherited from my father when he passed away. It is still sitting in the case, tucked away, because I don't know how to play it. I don't have any interest in playing it, but he had it for many, many years tucked away because he wanted to play and picked it up at an auction somewhere. And no idea what it is or if it's worth anything. But I've also inherited his violin that was his grandfather's violin that he got new back in the um, late 1800s.
Let me guess. It's some like weird name on it, like
Stradivarius,
Stradivarius.
no. It's only been taken out of the case twice since I've had it, and I never looked for names on it. It's not for the monetary value of it; it's for the sentimental value. So that outweighs the monetary value of it.
Oh yeah.
We got a violin one time, and that was the first thing I did was look to see if it's a Stradivarius. Yeah, I used to play violin too, Paula, for like 2 years or something like that, and I was very bad. I could play "Mary Had a Little Lamb." I remember playing that. I was half decent. Wah, na, 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 na. Yeah, bad.
You know, I wanted to play an instrument, but A, I am partially tone deaf, and B, I don't have the manual dexterity for it for some reason. But yet, I took a dexterity test for the state, and I scored highest in the state, the highest they had ever seen. And they actually took pictures of it and sent it to the main office along with the paperwork for it because they didn't think it was possible. They filmed it because the first time I went through the test, they thought I cheated. So they filmed it, had me do it a second time, and I cut down the time on it even more the second time through. Not that it matters to anything, and it didn't get me anything, but yeah. Anyway, that's enough of that.
I played violin and I played drums, and I wasn't good at either one of them.
Well, it's a
These
talent.
days, it's a lot easier for to learn things because I mean YouTube. I mean, I've learned so much through YouTube just watching. I mean, you can actually see someone play this because guitar lessons are boring. I mean, unless you're going to go and you want to go and learn how to read music, and they start showing these bass note runs, and then you add this, and then you're like, you know, what am I trying to accomplish here? I mean, I have not learned one song. I've been coming to these lessons for months, and I know how to play G, E, F, whatever chord it might D, whatever chord it might be. Of course, most of those you can just do every AC/DC song, but uh, it's just like the now you can see how everybody plays it. Of course, a lot of people don't play it right, but you add a few things here, you look at a couple different videos, and um, you can learn a lot these days. And then as far as anything with a guitar, it takes forever to keep moving your fingers. Just need to keep practicing and practicing and practicing because it took forever to get my pinky coordinated to do anything because used to it just be hanging out in like space or whatever, not wanting to cooperate, and then all of a sudden, boom, you can start using that better because you're playing more.
Just scared my pit bull out of my chair because I was like grabbing my guitar.
Yeah.
But no, what about the move like oh, it's over here. Where like it's bear claw.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that from Friends?
Oh
He's
yeah,
trying to teach guitar. What was it?
right.
I forget all the moves, but it was like the one I remember was bear claw.
Yep. And I know Dave Mustaine from Megadeth. He uses what he calls a spider chord. That's what he calls it, but it's a weird shape, kind of like the bear claw. But he has spider chords what he goes and does and how he does his playing. So I mean that's his little thing, and that's what he calls it. But you know he's a much better guitarist than I am.
Oh, that guy is one of the best. That guy's amazing.
Yeah,
Speaking of Metallica, he was one of the beginning guys in Metallica, and they kicked him out, and he formed Megadeth.
yeah. And then Karma came back because when they did Some Kind of Monster, they're looking back and they're like, you're all alcoholics and y'all kicked me out of the band because I'm an alcoholic. But then look at you. I mean, that's basically how it is. It just came back around because that's what their nickname was. I mean, Alcoholica. Everybody knew that. So then you kick somebody out because they're an alcoholic. So I don't know. Like I said, that's the dealings with the band. I mean, that's just like forever. It's gonna how they went about Metallica. It's always going to be James and Lars's band. Just like Kiss is always going to be Paul and Gene's, no matter what. I mean, they go through different members, but everything it's always those two guys.
Jared says, my daughter is almost 17 and she's been playing the violin since she was 4. Hopefully that means she's really good.
Mm-hmm.
Bet she is.
Oh, going back to the subs in the cars and that kind of stuff, my friend Adam put some system in his car. I have no idea what it is, but after it broke in, he decided to crank it. And the speakers were facing backward. It actually dented his trunk lid. It bowed out the one side and sucked in the other. So at the bottom, instead of sitting like this, now sits like this. Yeah, you can hear him blocks away. My Challenger's got a sub in it, or an amp in it, and two 10-inch subs. And I have them deactivated because I can't handle the bass like that. And as far as you guys talking about volume controls, the volume control in my truck goes up to 30. And I usually have it on 6 or 7. When I'm rocking out.
Mine goes up to like 35, I think, and I usually keep it at like 25, 26. But that's because I'm listening to a podcast, people talking, and my exhaust is so freaking loud that is pretty much all I get to hear.
Sandy says Bama won. I don't. What's Bama?
Alex said Bama won. Bama,
Oh.
not Bama.
Yeah, Bama. Okay, I'm
Apparently,
sorry.
Alabama
I'm
was
sorry, Alex.
playing tonight.
I got it mixed up. Got it mixed up.
Who did Bama beat?
Georgia.
Ooh, Bama, Georgia. Aren't they neighbors? Or am I? Yeah, they're neighbors.
Okay, I'm just gonna shut up now.
No. Keep on going. This is great. We got gold going on right now.
But yeah, in my car, I turned the amp and subs off. You know, so they only had about half an hour of play one time, and it was just so much. I get nauseous if I start feeling the beat. So I'm sorry. I just saw Alex's reply. It's okay, Rachel. Rob. Good one, Alex. Yeah, I deserve that one. You know, I could have kept that quiet. Nobody ever would have known.
Jared said his daughter's really good. She can play classical music on her violin. Maybe she'll be the next Lindsay Sterling.
Mm-hmm.
That chick is amazing with the violin. Actually, I remember hearing about her, like, I don't know. I don't want to say like from right when she came out, but when she was trending on YouTube, I remember finding out about her like what was it, 7, 8, 9 years ago, something like that. Never know. She might be doing Metallica remakes on a violin in Ireland, overlooking the cliffs, all the ocean and all that stuff.
And she doesn't spare any expense in her videos, does she?
No.
And for
Either
all the
she knew
millions
about
of views that
drones
she gets-
before us, or she was paying a lot of money for cranes.
Jared says, Alex, are you about to yell Roll Tide? Laughing out loud. Roll Tide?
Yeah, that's one of for Alabama, the Crimson Tide. So they always do Roll Tide. That's just one of their sayings for the team.
So instead of roll call, they're like roll tide, because we got an ocean like at the very bottom.
And Alex just says, no, laughing out loud. You can tell I don't follow sports all that much.
Oh, I don't follow any sport at all. I'm always totally lost. That's why I'm always like, go team, but don't state the team.
Mm-hmm.
So what subject shall we go on to next?
How about
Okay, everybody hit the super chat button. Haha, joke, joke.
How about why Dave's not here?
Why is Dave not here?
I don't know. I think that's why we got the thumbs down. That's what I'm blaming it on.
So maybe next week, or maybe Wednesday.
Yeah, but wasn't this originally Reb's idea along with Dave? You know, like a two-person collaboration type deal between the two of you that had the live streams, and how they seem to be here more often.
Yeah. We need to give him a lot of crap about that.
Where's Dave? MIA. Or hashtag, where's Dave? MIA.
Probably got the thumbs down from his wife. She was like, nah, he's not doing that. I love you, Donna.
I'll give him a thumbs down. That'll get him. Oh, wait a minute.
Nah, I think she knows by now. Thumbs down does not do anything for me.
So, Rob, how's everything going to go with your seed starts the ones that kind of got frozen at the window.
It's not going very well. I'm going to have to probably go through and redo 80-90% of them. I only have the furthest trays back, maybe 20 plants that survived it so far. But yeah, so I'm going to have to go through and do that. I'll put a Wednesday when I do my update, I'll show them. But yeah, I'm going to probably have to
So they all died?
The vast majority of them did because the circuit breaker popped on one of our minus 30 wind chill days, and or it was New Year's Day. I was in there at 4:30 and everything was fine. And by the time Tuesday at 11 o'clock came around, circuit breaker popped, 3 heaters went off, and the front of the store got so cold that the plants actually had frost on them in the morning.
Jeez.
Yeah.
And inside they get frost. Holy cow. See, you guys are always like, oh, the North is awesome. Like, no, that's why we don't like the North.
Yeah, minus 30 wind chill.
Breaker trips, that's what could happen. Like down here, usually if a circuit breaker trips, it's fine. Just need to add a little water, get it back up to temperature. But anyway, I was interrupting you.
In minus 30 wind chill, if your heat goes out, you have maybe an hour before your pipes are frozen.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I don't have that kind of time.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like curled up in my sleeping bag underneath my covers, underneath my comforter, and have my dog curled up next to me just to get a little body heat and survive the night because the breaker and the whole house, or the whole house, or the electric went out, or something like that.
I have a wood burning stove in the basement, so if the power ever goes out, I can keep the house warm.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about chimney type things. We don't have them in the South. I have a propane fireplace in the garage that I've been wanting to hook up right over here in the corner, but it's propane, so you can only use it for so long. And if you want to keep on using it, you got to go around and open all the windows, the top of the windows down to ventilate the place. Otherwise, you'll probably die in your sleep. But you'll be warm.
Yes.
When you die in your sleep.
Alex says, Rob, I tried some more powder this weekend. I didn't know how hot MOA Scotch bonnet was until I put a bunch on my mac and cheese.
And just remember, the cheese was canceling out the heat because of the milk.
Yeah. And Brian says, LOL, Scotch bonnets are one of my favorites. They are warm and death.
Definitely in powder form.
Yeah, definitely in powder form. BD says, something happened with mine too, and I'm going to have to redo also. Probably have to buy more seeds too. See, that's the real bugger I got, because I got some seeds from Susan and a few other places. Pepper Donkey sent me some, so I think that was Anthony sent me some. But I had such a small amount of some of them that they all went in, so I don't have replacements for them. But the real bugger is the giant red ricotas. I have 4 of those planted. All 4 cups have come up with at least 2 sprouts in each. Everybody's saying it's so hard to get those things to sprout, and they're the ones that came up.
Mine
are the biggest right now.
Mine are soaking right now for overnight. I'm gonna plant them tomorrow. I actually did find my seed pack with my giant red ricotta. So my adventure yesterday, Rob, I was successful with that. So I finally found them. They were in my box, but I don't know. I got to get organized on that. I have probably, I don't know, almost 300 varieties. So I just have so many seeds. It just, one got, actually I had I think I had a letter envelope in there or something, and they actually slipped in there. So I found them today. So at least I found it, and they're going to get started as well pretty soon. So, I mean, I have currently, I think, 256 cells started. I have so far 50, I just started a few of them, so I have 50 that sprouted so far, and then I have some like a fifth of that so far of what sprouted. But it's a slow go, but trying some different things when I do that many cells this year.
Cool. Mark is taking off. It says, "Well, crew, I will talk to y'all later. I keep drifting asleep. Stay warm." All right, Mark. See you later.
Later, Mark.
Later.
And Jared says, "I haven't started seeds yet. Probably in a week or so, I'll start my peppers."
Oh. I was going to start my peppers tonight, actually, and I didn't get around to it because I decided to take a long time and take a shower and shave my head and all that stuff. That makes, I don't know, nothing like the feeling of shaving your head. So nice when it's all sleek and everything, and it's not freezing outside. So when you step outside, you don't get that wind chill right on the back of the head where you're just, get that woo, oh man, what the heck is that kind of feeling. But yeah, it's kind of, same thing with anybody. When you take a shower, when you get done, you just like step out, like you walk out like in a living room or whatever, and you sit down, and you're like, man, I feel really good. Like that's the equivalent of shaving your head. Same thing.
BD's asking, Charles, what did you use as your seed starting mix?
I use Fox Farm Ocean Forest. So I've been doing that since I started. So I did use Light Warrior a little bit, but it's mainly Fox Farm Ocean Forest. And then, like I said, I experiment with different things. I tried Nectar for the Gods, Nectar number 4. It's just super expensive. Like I said, I have all that dirt in that 500-gallon smart pot for my all my smart pots once they get outside. So I do have my overwintered plant in that mixture, and they're doing great in the garage. But I'm not, since I got that compost and stuff, I'm not using that for all the indoor stuff. So the indoor stuff starting, I use Fox Farm Ocean Forest. And then I just flood the seed trays to get the water wicking from underneath and have it moist, and then just plant it, put a humidity dome on, and then wait, when I start seeing some sprouts, and then I usually take the humidity dome off. I tried it a different way. I mean, I did have an aquarium stand light LED, but since I got to do so many this year, I'm actually using one of my grow tents, and since it's a dimmable LED, I reduced it from it's a 450 watt LED, and it's dimmable, so I dimmed it down to 20%. So that's what I'm using right now to start, 4 full trays of seeds. Plus, I'm still using the one on the aquarium stand, and then I'm kind of moving them all to my 4x8 as they start sprouting. So it's just a constant orchestrated moves, constantly going through with that many. I'm not keeping them all. I'm just seeing what started, and some I'm gonna have to replant because they didn't pop, or some have these they just don't look very well. So kind of weed those out, because I do certain ones I want 2 plants of each. So I'll have to go through that. But for my grow this year, I figured to have enough spacing, like in the 120 area, that's as many plants as I could plant in pots, and still have room to make it not look like a jungle like last year's. Because last year was really, really difficult to go through my garden.
Not to interrupt you, but whoever it was that knocked Graham off last time, leave him alone.
That was Chad.
Hey, Graham.
Chad's not here right now.
Okay.
Dave's not here. Chad's not here.
Susan says, "Hey guys, I'm here still, just transplanting some cups into gallon pots, but I'm listening." And then goes on to say, "What about shaving your head? Let's see. Pull the pull the do-rag out. That's entertainment.
This is not a do-rag. This is a non-Jewish yarmulke.
Hmm. And Sandy says, has anyone tried using carbonized rice hulls? No, I haven't.
I've seen that used. Actually, I believe it was Daniel from Go From Green Living was using them. I believe so. Was it? I can't remember. It was someone that I follow that was using them in hydroponics. Or actually, it might have been hydroponic growing with Brent. Actually, I think it was him. Sorry if I got it wrong.
BD says, awesome, thanks. And Graham says, I'm still a little butthurt.
I will say that was one of the funniest moments on there because, like, I don't know if you actually caught it because my jaw actually dropped. I was like, what? What the heck? Do we have a YouTube fight going on right here in the chat? It's one of the funniest things.
Graham says, so does that make it a atheist yarmulke?
No. No, just non-Jewish yarmulke.
Sandy says, I'm going to experiment with them this year.
Sweet. Let us know how it goes. Let us know if it's worth using. Because if it's not, that's good info. Well, I mean, if it is, then that's good info too. I don't know why I went to the negative, but.
I wouldn't even know where you could get rice hulls, let alone carbonized ones. I'm sure somebody sells them on Amazon or eBay.
Yeah. And all else fails, just do a Google search. I'm pretty sure you'll find it somewhere where to buy it.
Dog.
So, Rev, what peppers you growing this year?
Well, no, I believe I was about to say that earlier, but no, I was gonna start some tonight, but I don't have anything going except for Ghost, Carolina Reaper, Mako Cuckoo, Pink Tiger, Sugar Rush, and maybe a White Peach if it actually produces leaves. It's all cut back, but I think it's dead. But besides that, that's what I've got growing. But no, I actually brought, I don't know what I got. Organic garden soil, organic potting soil, Jiffy Mix, perlite, and bone meal. I mixed all of those together, and that's going to be my soil mix to start. And I brought them in so they're not in the sub-zero temperatures. My quad, when I was flying around and like sliding around in the snow and everything, the wheels got packed with snow. The snow's still in the garage right now. But so I figured I'd bring the soil in, did that, and let it stay in here for like at least 24 hours. So I was about ready to start a couple different things of seeds, but nothing yet. I decided to take a shower and shave my head, Susan.
Graham says, I don't know if anyone's noticed, but I've decided to take the year off. We'll be moving again this year, hopefully to my house.
Wait, what do you mean take the year off?
Are you saying take the year off from the gardening stuff? Or because I keep seeing the podcasts. Brian asks, still eating your Starburst, Rob? I'm eating my Starburst, yes, very sparingly. Thanks to that other guy right over there. I have 3 left yet. So I just finished off the first pack. Yes, I'm savoring these. And I have packs of Skittles left. Savoring those as well. I only eat a couple at a time. Then I put them down because, yeah, they're that good and they're hard to get. Here, they're hard to get.
Well, if you ever want a case, just let me know.
I would love to
Yeah,
know
I'd
what a
love to
case
see
would cost.
Rob eat a whole case on one of the live streams.
No. I used to eat sprees all the time, and I would buy sprees by the case from this one store that would get them for me. And yeah, so a friend of mine and I would each go in and order 2 cases each. Go back, we'd go in on like a Tuesday and come back on Thursday and pick them up. It was pretty cool. But yeah, I'd love to know how much a case is and how many are in a case.
He wants to do it on the live stream.
For Skittles or Starburst?
Skittles.
Skittles is 48. Is it 48 packs? I believe.
Okay.
48 and long. I think I could be wrong, but I think it's 48. Could be wrong on that one though. So I'm pretty sure it's under 48. I would have to look.
All right. Or maybe check that out for me accidentally sometime.
Yeah. So if you can eat a whole case of Skittles on live stream, that'd be great. I'm pretty sure that is the excitement and the things that people would be looking for. So we'll just have to go and post up well before the live stream hits. Rob is going to eat 1 case of Sweet Heat Skittles.
Yes,
come and watch. We may make our super chat quota if he comes in.
Which will pay for the Skittles.
No.
And not only that, but Rob will be starting a new channel, which will be like Skittles Vlog, youtube.com/Skittles Vlog. And he'll be recording himself after, which he's bouncing off the walls. Like, I can't believe I ate that much. Oh my God, did you see how much I ate? I ate a lot of Skittles. Like, that's a lot of sugar.
Then he'll get sponsored, and the next week he'll have a Sweet Heat Skittle shirt and all this other kind of stuff. It's like, I'm not feeling very well, but I got a Sweet Heat Skittle shirt because Skittles just loved what I did on the live stream.
Did I mention how awesome Skittles are? Skittles, you can find them at your local grocery store in the checkout aisle.
No, Skittles are wonderful. You can't find them anywhere.
Contact
Minnesota, anyway.
to get some.
Oh yeah, seriously, yeah. If y'all pay for shipping or whatever, I'll send them to you. I have no problem.
I'll pay for shipping in for them.
Yeah, I have no problem with that.
I don't know why, but the shipping's like $38, but it's awesome, man. You get 4 packs. It's awesome.
No, it's not like I think the shipping, if you do a bubble envelope, because I know I sent some to I sent the Starburst to Brando, so I think it was like $3.
Okay.
To ship them. I mean, it's not that much money to put like 4 or 5 or 6 packs of Starburst in there. So, and then you can always squeeze a bag of Skittles in there too. The Skittles you can get more, of course. You can get probably, I don't know, 8 bags probably in there in a bubble envelope.
Yep.
So it's less than $3.
Yeah, find out what a case would run, and I'll probably get it from you.
And they cost. I mean, down here, when you wherever you go and get them on sale, they're 59 cents a pack. So it's not like it's a lot of money.
That's not bad. All right, let's go back to that chat here. The indoor grow, or Graham says the indoor grow room is pretty much dead except for the lemon drops. Well, that sucks.
Pepper to have left over though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He goes on to say, I tried to do the crack key. Anything I've discovered that I'm not very good at it.
Me neither.
Me either. I can go with that. Only basil. I can have basil work, but that's about it.
Add an air stone. Make it deep water culture. You'll have better luck.
And that's what I did too. And then the pepper plant actually kind of took off. You get one of those dollar store little jars, cut the hole in, put the net cup, and then have it go, which is like, and then have a little air pump from like a fish aquarium. Boom, you're done. That'll work.
Or get those like Home Depot containers that I have. Cut multiple holes
Oh,
in
yeah,
there,
yeah,
put your cups in there. Do
yeah.
the same thing though. Take one of those dollar store aquarium air pumps, pump an air stone in there, makes a complete difference. I killed everything with Cracky, but deep water culture, nah,
Yeah.
actually it does good.
Yeah, I had lettuce and everything started last year. I did buy one of those commercial pumps, one of the loud silver. You know, it's in your greenhouse. The
Yeah.
one that no matter where how you try to baffle it or where you try to put it, hang it by a rope, whatever you try to do, it will not shut up. It's always loud. I mean, that's for me. Maybe I'm not doing things right, but it's always loud.
No, I just got criticism like this week. Someone was like, "What if it was me? I would have." They have the the rubber pads on the bottom. I would have screwed it into the 2x4 with like a bicycle tire and all this stuff. And I'm like, yeah, well, the directions say keep it horizontal. It doesn't say mount it vertical, like facing down. And I thought it was because there was oil in the pump, but there isn't. It's oilless. But they still said mount it horizontal. And
Right.
but yeah, no, I still get hate over that. Oh, I don't know why you would do it like that. Because I can. I had an extra thing and I did a thing and it made a thing and the heck. I'm not like that's why I never do like how to videos. Because I don't know anything. I'm an idiot. If you follow what I do, then you're probably dumb too. Like I just inspire people. I do things and like, oh wow, that guy's an idiot. I could do that. That's what I'm here for. And then you're like, well, guys, aquaponics. I could do aquaponics. Absolutely. You can do it 100 times better than me. Guaranteed. Make a video about it. Start a YouTube channel.
So you're going the opposite way of Dave. Dave is trying to post things for inspiration and motivation, and you're trying to say everybody's an idiot if you listen to me.
No, no, no. I'm saying I'm an idiot. So if you
Right.
think maybe I could do that, you totally can because I'm an
Okay.
idiot. So
Oh,
you
I got
should
you.
try it
Oh,
and you will do way better than me. No,
okay.
that's my inspiration. We're on the same page, but I'm
Okay, I got
taking the lower ground.
you. Okay.
No, Dave knows what he's talking about, so he can take the higher ground. I don't. So I'm like, don't look at me. I'm an idiot. So I'm down here.
Okay, I'm gonna continue on with the chat here.
Well, before you do, the one thing I wanted to say was just experiment, try. That's how my channel started. It was just, I bet I could do that, and I did. So if you think remotely, like maybe in the future I could do that, do it now, and I guarantee you could do it.
Mhm.
Anyway, Rob, you were saying things. Please make
Okay,
that happen.
continuing on with Graham's comments. Everything I seem to grow in the house these days dies very quickly. I'm pretty sad about the whole thing, and needless to say, quote unquote, butthurt. Susan says, I like the hot warhead worms. I haven't tried those. Graham says, who gets really cold this. Okay. Who, get, who gets really cold this time of year? I wish I have any southern facing window like Rob, but maybe if I get to buy a house this year, I'll put a greenhouse in. That would be cool.
Heck
Folgers
yeah.
coffee containers. Got the idea from JT. Yeah, they're perfect size and they're real close to a gallon. So yeah.
And you can fit 4 2-inch cups. You saw the live stream with just me. I was talking about 3-inch cups versus 4-inch or 2-inch cups versus 3-inch cups.
Yep.
Mhm.
With the Folgers coffee plastic jug, you can fit 4 of those 2-inch cups.
Well,
Probably only one 3-inch though.
look at my hydroponic setup. It's all baby food containers. You know, it doesn't matter what the container size is as long as there's roots that have or space for roots to grow and the water level can be adjusted. Brian says I want to try the Doritos Tapatios.
I haven't seen them. I saw Doritos jalapenos something today when I was at Walmart. Don't get me started about going to Walmart.
Susan's yelling at you.
Uh, Well, that's a debatable issue, Susan.
She says, "You're not an idiot." Sheesh.
Well, maybe if you go to some of my YouTube comments, they would be disagreeing with you.
But you could take and cut those out if they were real idiot comments. But I think you were saying them in all good fun, and therefore you're a genius because they were funny.
Well, to be on YouTube, you've got to have thick skin because
Well,
you will get the
yeah.
craziest comments you've ever seen. Like I said earlier, I got like 1.2 million minutes worth of YouTube for some reason. People watch my videos. Um, worth of my videos, minutes worth of my videos watched. But man, there are a lot of crazy comments. And if you want to know what they are, let me know, and I'll let you know.
My channel's not that much, but for the couple things I did this year, uh, you know, one of my coworkers were saying that they were watching Johnny Scoville, and since when you watch him drink a whole bottle of Espresso, mine comes up on his feed for other videos to watch. So people watch my last dab versus Espresso sauce comparison. So I got a lot of views off of that. That and the same thing with when I did the Pocky One Chip Challenge. If you put Pocky One Chip Challenge, and people are going to look at it no matter what. Some people go, I think, all day just looking at the different people how they handle it. So I think you get a lot of views. I got a lot of views that way.
Oh yeah, well that's the correlation. Or look at me with the big words. It's no, it's like the same thing because he had can never pronounce it Exoriso or whatever, and you had Exoriso, and because you guys are probably subscribed to each other, then
Yes, I am subscribed to him because I like watching his videos. Of course, I'm nowhere near the person handling what he handles. That's nobody is really, except maybe Brando. But we'll have to wait and see on how that challenge comes. If Dave appears again, if we ever see Brando eating some of his Crimson Blaze chips, kind of waiting to see that.
I don't. I yeah, no, I totally agree, but I'm kind of waiting just to see if Dave's still around. Pray for Dave.
Yeah, yeah.
Something bad might have happened. I'm not saying something did. I'm just saying it might have. But
So Graham has a question for you.
um, yeah, I'll hook you up with some Malabar.
Okay. JDS says, "I've recently found perfect net cups. I'm going to use them in my 17-gallon pot. Fruit cups, clear plastic containers. Fruit cups. Okay. I don't know if you really want to use clear though. Light's going to shine through down, and it's going to get into the water down below, and it's going to cause an algae issue. Unless you're sure that you can block the light off from them. That's why most people use something that's opaque at least, and if not that, dark colored. And that's why so many people put hydrogen across the top is to cut the light out. So if you can, sounds
Yeah,
like a good idea. If you can take care of the light issue, great. I'd love to see it.
yeah, but I would recommend not doing that. If you have clear containers, like I've got a bunch of plastic clear containers, just go get like like barbecue grill paint, something like that. It's nice and black, and paint that whole exterior and don't let the light in.
Oh,
Because
plastic.
take it from me, I've had a lot of different things where I let the light in, the algae will get in and it will take over and it'll take a lot of your nutrients. So you're better off just painting it and not having that as a variable.
JDS says 17-gallon tote instead of pot. All right. So Graham says, I was thinking about doing Tiny Tim tomatoes this year since they will most likely fit into my 5-gallon buckets quite easily and they're not too big and I might be able to pick them up. Cool. Go for it.
Yeah. Or if you can, check out Kang Star's double bucket method, where you put the bucket inside the bucket with a 3-inch cup cut out in the bottom that, goes down into the reservoir. The bottom bucket is the reservoir, and you can actually, put spacers in there and lift the bucket up and everything. And
Yeah.
that's a good plan.
Self-watering buckets, and you forgot the tube that runs down, filling the bottom part and the overflow in it.
Yeah, yeah.
I have my pots outside of that way.
But I'm pretty sure I've got your address, Graham. But if I don't, I'll get up with you and grab it. That way I can send you some of these Malabar. I got a pile of those seeds.
Just go back to his video for
Oh,
the updates.
or wait, no, he
for
might
the
have moved by
contest.
then.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, actually, the address I do have, he would have moved since then. So, yeah, I'll have to get up with you. But I did send you a message, Graham, like 2 or 3 months ago, actually.
And?
I have not got a response from him.
Well, okay. Oh, geez, I just noticed the time.
Oh,
we missed the
just
15-minute marker, the 10-minute marker, the 5-minute marker. I'm not going to say that out loud, but I'll copy it out of there. All right, so then take that, go back to, yeah, he's saying you didn't get a response from him? All right.
No.
So, there's his address.
Okay.
Now you got nearly permanent record. Anyone can have my address. I'm totally cool with it. Yeah, but you never know. There might be that groupie out there that, the one that I'm looking for.
Yeah,
I
the
can't
kind
go
that
so
I
good because
get.
I can't even finish it.
The kind that I get, they've been beating on my door, and I'm like, get out of here, you groupies. Leave me alone, me and my pit bull. I'll sick my dog on you.
Yeah, I think if somebody tries to flirt with me, I think I'd probably fall over and faint. Graham saying, are you kidding? I would love to get hate mail. It would be great. It would be the light of my whole week.
Oh, yeah. That's how I was. Like, every time I got them, I'm like, oh, man, I can't wait to tell somebody about this. This is great. They're not going to believe me until they click on the video.
All right. Start closing it up.
Start? Ah.
Yep. Graham says, I can't believe how many stupid Americans are afraid of pit bulls. Them the most loving and gentle dogs you can get. Uh-oh, here goes the whole new subject again. Nope, you're not allowed. Time to close it up. Pass it on. Pass it by. Let it go out the window.
They're beautiful little dogs.
I know they are.
Of them.
I know.
No, I can't believe it either. I was born in the North, and they always talk crap about pit bulls. Never actually encountered a pit bull until I moved to the South, and I've met probably 2,000, and they are all awesome.
Graham says, where, Mr. T, did you have a question that you were trying to get out of me or an answer?
No, I sent you a message. If you're talking about the wait, you're leaving now? What the heck, man? You just asked me a question.
Yeah, 30-second delay, remember?
Yeah, I know, but no, I sent you a message. Check it out. I sent it like 2 months ago. So it should be under your messages, under sent to you or whatever. And get out. I asked you if you wanted to be on the live stream. So still out there. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
no.
Graham,
Rob is trying to make me leave, which is
we're
what
trying
we're
to
gonna
close
do.
this out because we're at our 3 hour mark, and usually I start half an hour early, and then ramp it up a little bit at 20 minutes early, and then 10 minutes to I'm like I should have been 10 minutes ago, but all right. So, being as Charles is the new guy, he gets to do his outro first.
Go for it. Where can everybody find you, Charles? On the Pepper Lovers community?
Pepper Lovers community, Google Plus, my YouTube channel, Charles P. I changed that recently. It was Silverburst 80, but went to Charles P. Yeah, I still have some sauces available too.
And I can vouch for the sauce with two brains as being very good. I've already gone through half the bottle, so yeah,
Yes.
I'm running out quick.
Yep. I'll probably make some more of that soon. But yeah, the three that I have currently have that Beauregard's Inferno, the Orange Bucking Baja. That was part of our name that sauce contest. And then the sauce with two brains. And then one of these days I'll get around to making some more of the Just Peachy, which I really like as well, which is just habaneros and peach.
Huh.
So that's a real good one as well.
And if you doubt his ability, you can see Rob on the last live stream trying the sauce with two brains. Check out Alex, Alberta Peppers. He did the Beauregard's, what was it? Beauregard's Revenge.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So if you want more proof, then head over to Pepper Lover Marketplace.
Well, King did the Just Peachy.
Oh,
when
really?
he did, yeah. So when he did his taste test, so King did the Just Peachy, because that was one of the last bottles I had. But yeah, I sent that to King, so he seemed to like that. So that was like right before, I think he posted that right at Christmas Eve, that video, because Scott, who's also a member on PLC, if you've never tried his jams, I mean, very awesome jams that he makes. So that's Scott Tippett, Super Hots. So, but he's on Pepper Lovers Marketplace. But his jams are just great. So he's a fellow Texan as well. So I talk to him frequently. But yeah, his jams are really good.
We'll say his name again. That way everybody knows where to go.
Scott Tippett. And you look at it for his the Scott Tippett's Super Hots, and he has his different jams. And we also, he was a partner with me with that Name the Sauce, Name the Jam contest. So the Crying Hawaiian was the name for the one that we had to name that jam to as well. So those really good sauce, good jam. Sorry. And then going back to Alberta Pepper, he needs subscribers. So me, I don't go and say I need subscribers per se, but he does so that he can do his Pepper Donkey seed giveaway. So if you haven't subscribed to Alberta Pepper, make sure you do that so we could do that seed giveaway.
Yeah, Alberta Pepper. He said when he hits 300, he's going to do a Pepper Donkey seed pack giveaway. So if you're not subscribed to Alberta Pepper, or is it Peppers? It's Pepper, right?
It's Pepper. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Alberta Pepper. It's Alex. Go subscribe to his channel because we want to hit him up to 300. That way he'll give away. I mean, there's your incentive, people. Free seed giveaway.
Yeah, and he's doing a lot of updates on his too, his little Arctic Pepper lab. So it's always neat to watch because he's came a long way with that little area that he had to work with to get all of his stuff going. So it's been kind of neat watching his process for his little Arctic Pepper lab. So it's pretty neat. And he's a cool guy. I mean, really nice guy.
Yeah. Well, he's Canadian. Of course he's great. All Canadians are awesome.
Well, he's been nothing but nice and polite and everything else as he's been on here. So yeah. All right.
And
Graham
Graham said
says,
he doesn't get any messages through YouTube on his smartphone. Yes, you have to get it through the computer, and you have to manually go to messages and look them up. I don't know why that's a thing. YouTube will not give you messages. But anyway, Rob's over there, and he's got a channel or two.
yeah, Rob Z, ROBB space Z is my main YouTube channel, Peppers and all that other kind of good stuff. Yeah, Bottle Gardens, bunch of different stuff. And I also have a gaming channel where I play Minecraft, and that's Inky's 50, both YouTube channels. So yeah, check them out. And if you like what Minecraft, check it out. And that's my first series that I'm doing as far as that goes. And yeah, so yeah. And then our host here, Mr. Rev.
Hey, I'm just here with Peppa Pig all the time.
And a microphone you knocked out of range.
Leg. No, I didn't knock it out of range. I was just playing with Peppa's legs. I like to make them
Okay,
bounce.
you got quieter.
Oh, well, maybe I screwed up.
All right. All Canadians are awesome. Just look at JT, and he speaks for 90% of them because there's only 3 guys up there, and JT is 2 of them.
But JT said that all Canadians are not great people. Just take it from him. I remember that in one of his videos. He was saying like you'll find the occasional guy you don't want to be around. And it's probably like the same in America. But
All right. Your
but
outro.
anyway, yeah, my channel, you're on it. You should already be subscribed. If you're not, well, maybe you're that guy that gave the thumbs down. You don't want to be that guy. So make sure you give a thumbs up. If you gave that thumbs down, like I always say, go find 5 friends. Pretty sad that only one person gave me a thumbs down. If you really feel that bad about it, you should go find 5 other people and you should get them to give me a thumbs down too. That way I really get the message. Because I don't get the message when I see one. All I see is someone that wants me to do a lot more of these videos. So, we're going to do more. So, but anyway, does anybody else have anything they want to go ahead and say before we hop out of here?
Just so Graham knows, I'm sure he's joking about it when he says, is he talking about his beautiful wife again? That's nice of him. They are all wonderful, talking about Peppa Pig. Yeah, Peppa Pig is up on his microphone. Boom. Apparently, Peppa Pig is a cartoon character.
Apparently, I had no clue. Dave sent it to me. All I know it was called Peppa Pig, and I like peppers, and it's a pig.
Yeah.
He sent it to me to quote feminize my pod or my live stream. So there it is.
Yeah, if we could get Susan to come on, or Paula, or Sandy, that'd be a real feminine type thing to add in here. Otherwise, it's just us guys. Now there are 2 thumbs down. Somebody is a copycat.
Yeah, but they're not a good copycat because there's only 2. They don't even have any friends. Come on, people.
Canadians talking about Canadians. It's all good. All right, we're getting sidetracked here. Time to cut this.
Yeah, but there's only 2 thumbs down. You'll suck. Gotta up your game there. If you're actually gonna give a thumbs down, you gotta actually make a show. So
yeah.
On that note, I don't believe either one of your thumbs down because that's lame. You would have at least had a couple friends come over and give a couple thumbs down. So I know you're just joking around. So, but that being said, we were live. You were here. You saw it. It was great. and you gave a thumbs up or a thumbs down, and it was great. Later.